Norma High 92. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk, I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Joe Lundberg on 104.1 FM KMOX.
The weather is sponsored by Scott Credit Union. Right now, we've got clouds and sun, 82 degrees in downtown St. Louis. I'm Debbie Monterey, KMOX News.
Upgrade your summer ride with auto loan rates as low as 3.99% APR at Scott Credit Union. New or used, Scott Credit Union helps you love your ride and your rate. Learn more at scu.org. Rates vary, terms and conditions apply.
Chris Ronchi, Amy Mark Scores, The Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Good morning, everybody. It is a Thursday. It is humid. It is hot. It is just after 9 o'clock, and it is July 16th. So
Wow.
this month is really trucking. We're almost to August. Can you believe it?
Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
Can't believe it. I'm stunned. Can't believe it. We are right in the thick of summer, and we are happy that you have decided to be with us for the next few hours. Till 12 o'clock, then it's the Gas House Gang, 314-436-7900. It's Amy and me, and we are also streaming live on video. If you want to watch us, we are on Facebook. We're on YouTube. You find the KMOX news page. We're there. We're on Twitter at Chris Amy KMOX, and of course the Odyssey app, where you can listen to us live on your phone and send us voice messages.
And I would say this, of all the days to watch on YouTube or on Facebook, this would be a good day.
Bro, we'll tell you why in a minute, but yeah, we got a lot coming up.
Yeah, you got to listen.
Time now for the top of the order. The top 3 stories everyone will be talking about.
Well, the poopy pants parasite is in Missouri, officially.
We did it, everyone.
43 cases have been reported. Cyclospora is here. I'm so excited.
In other news, the World Cup final is set.
That's right.
That's right. We have Argentina will take on Spain on Saturday at 2 p.m. Central. Argentina defeating England 2-1.
How about the English just blowing it last night?
In extra time.
Yuck. We'll get to that. And City FC is back because of the World Cup break. It's been like a month and a half since City has played. They are back tonight at home against Sporting KC. Those disgusting Sporting KC people. That game is on.
More like Cyclosporting KC.
Very good. Very, very good. Tonight, 7:30 is the kickoff, and it's on KMOX. We're going to have the game tonight on KMOX. Of course, the Cardinals are in their final day of the All-Star break. They will resume their season. So the official second half, if you want to call it that. Some people get very angry when you call post-All-Star break the second half because we're past the actual halfway point, which is 81 games. So we're well past that.
You brought it up with John Rooney at the actual halfway point a couple weeks ago, whenever it was. Yeah. And he was very appreciative.
Yes. So the post-All-Star break is tomorrow. They're in Arizona, so a later game, and you'll have to stay up for it. As Amy mentioned, we do have a pretty big show today. We'll have Danny Wexelman from Cardinals TV at 10 o'clock. We are hoping to catch up with Major Garrett, our typical Thursday conversation with him. He is being delayed because of flight issues, so we may or may not have Major. However, I'm very excited. We'll have in studio Broken Lizard, the comedy troupe. So if you've seen the movie Super Troopers, that's those guys, and they're all going to be here. They're coming in studio.
I asked Matt if they're coming in uniform. We're not sure.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I would really love for the Super Troopers to come in uniform, and if they are going to arrive in uniform, I'm really bummed that we had the county prosecutor yesterday and not today.
I know. They could have joined forces.
Yeah, that would have been a really good mashup.
So Broken Lizard's going to be here at 10:45. They got Super Troopers 3 coming out at the beginning of next month, and they are in town tonight at Delmar Hall. So we've got them, and then as soon as they leave the room, George Wallace, comedian, is coming in. The legendary comedian will be here, and we're going to talk about artificial intelligence in the classroom, and we will have a representative from Anthropic on the show. So that is Claude, one of the AI programs. Drew Bent is going to be with us at 11:30, and so, of course, he's a proponent of it. Otherwise, he wouldn't work for Anthropic. So
and this one, I do think worth noting because when I hear Claude in the classroom, it makes my blood boil. But this is specifically Claude for teachers,
Yes.
which is a little different to me.
So we will talk to him about that.
So I guess we need to get into this real quick. We have a texter actually who brought it up. It said, Amy, you called into the Glover show yesterday? ?
You did?
What were you PO'd about?
Why did you call into the Glover
Well, I
show?
didn't call. I texted.
Oh.
I texted that I was PO'd, but I used the real phrase.
About what? You need to mind your business.
Well, you know how we...
You need to stay out of Dave Glover show business.
No, here's what happened. They bring us... They take our business.
What did they do?
Well, remember how the Garden Hotline got into our business and we're at war with Michelle Reeser West and the Garden Hotline?
Yeah.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but we're at war with Jen Cease and the Soccer Showcase.
Why? What did she do?
She not only joined the Glover show yesterday, but she came in studio for them.
She came in studio? She never
said
does that for us.
she did her hair. She did makeup. She got dressed up. She came into studio. And she said, oh, my gosh, and this is what she said, I hope Chris and Amy aren't listening because I never come into studio for them.
No, she doesn't. You know what? Call Ricky Horton right now.
Yeah. Tell Ricky.
Get Ricky in here. Call Dave Murray while you're at it.
Tell Ricky and Dave we're all going golfing.
Yeah. That's I'm mad, too.
Right?
All right.
And that's what I was PO'd about. Is saying the word bad?
What?
PO'd?
Pissed?
Yeah.
No.
That's what I said. They made quite a kerfuffle about it. As if I cussed. I didn't realize it was a bad word.
No.
It is a little vulgar. I mean,
For
obviously.
you?
Yeah, I didn't say it just now on my show. Glover can
For
say
you,
anything.
it is.
They can throw all sorts of bad words
Well,
out there.
most people can.
Well, no, but on their show they can.
You can do it on this one, too. You just don't want to.
Well, I texted Glover. I said, tell Jen that I'm PO'd.
Congratulations to the state of Missouri. Finally has gotten their first cases of cyclospora.
Yep.
43 cases have been reported. And I have to tell you, this does feel like, I don't know, I feel like we were a little late to the party. And it's okay.
Things always hit St. Louis and Missouri last.
Like fashion.
Yeah.
Fashion, technology.
Fashion and parasites. We're always behind.
So here we go, man. We did it. So if you've got the poo-poo virus, if you're home from work today watching us on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, hello, and we hope you're doing well. Stay hydrated as best you can.
I'm back too. So
Oh, that's right.
that cyclospora might be in this room right now.
Do you think you had it?
No, I did not have those symptoms.
Okay. Well, are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. Well, anyway, cyclospora is
here's the
here.
thing.
We finally had it.
You know what's funny? Running today with a small group. And, of course, the poo-poo parasite comes up because that's what people are talking about. And one of the girls said she was eating like a prepared salad. She was making a salad, and her husband said, listen, we've got a vacation next week. Just don't eat lettuce until after the vacation, out of an abundance of caution. And then another guy said he's eating lettuce every day. He goes, I'm just down in the green vegetables and the leafy greens right now. And so I do think you're going to have different approaches to the cyclosporiasis that's been hitting, all the states around us and now has hit Missouri. Of course, I'm going to worry unnecessarily about it because, like I said, the odds right now compared to all the other illnesses and sicknesses and just good old-fashioned food poisoning, the numbers are not through the roof. The way we're covering it, I would guess that 100 million people have it, but they don't. So, at any rate,
but it is a fairly big outbreak. It is one that we're not used to, and
proportionally to how many usually you get every year, yes, it's like almost 30 times that rate.
And we still don't know exactly where it came from. There were some Taco Bell restaurants in Michigan, in the Detroit area, that stopped putting on their menu certain things like pico de gallo and lettuce. And they do believe it might be from romaine lettuce, but they don't know exactly where it's from. Could be cilantro. And that's the wild part about this, is that we're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And of course, the federal funding cuts that happened last year for the CDC, the FDA, the USDA, they all experienced cuts under this current Trump administration. And because of that, it is making it more difficult to identify and track where all of this is coming from and where it's probably going next. And I would imagine that I don't know if it'll be in all 50 states by the time it's over, but it's already in most of them, which is a lot, especially considering it doesn't transmit from human to human.
Yeah.
This is just from having the food.
I really think this is what I had. Because it was basically, I had a giant plate of lettuce and cilantro. There was some chicken there, but lettuce and cilantro back in May. And I'm telling you, I was so sick. And like I said before, dealing with gut issues
So wait,
my entire life.
Where were you when you had this salad?
I was here in St. Louis. Yeah, but that's what I mean. And I hadn't heard of the outbreak yet because it was May. It's just all the symptoms were the same. And could be cilantro. Maybe it was a different, maybe I was just one of the regular cases and I happened to get it before the outbreak, like it was unrelated to the outbreak.
That's possible.
I mean, it could be because there's a big difference. Usually when people get food poisoning, it's kind of a both ends 24-hour thing.
Right.
This was not that. This was exactly what the poo-poo parasite has been described as, and it was terrible. And I did take medicine, which made me even sicker because it had to kill it, I guess. Anyway, it's a horrible thing, but it did take me a few days to realize because I am always so sick anyway.
Well, here's the thing, though. One of the problems with it was kind of like that original COVID where there was a long incubation period.
Yeah.
It's not like you eat something and then a few hours later you start to feel sick, which is a lot of food poisoning.
And that was mine. Mine was within hours.
This can take up to a week.
That's not fair, though.
So, and which is part of the difficulty of tracing it because people don't remember what they had a week ago for lunch.
No. But it can hit within hours or it cannot.
It can be up to a week.
Okay.
But I do think it takes a little bit of time. I don't think it happens within hours.
Yeah, mine was hours.
Because they have to lay eggs or something.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
I don't know.
This is horrible.
But
All
anyway,
right.
I think this is a great illustration of why you don't cut funding for certain things. And yeah, it's not going to ultimately kill a bunch of people, but wouldn't it be nice to know that they're on top of it, know where it came from, and can prevent it from happening in the first place so that we're not talking about it as much as we have been for the last 2 weeks?
Well,
and not making people gun shy about having a salad? It's why you continue funding for important agencies.
And it's why you don't cost cut with a hatchet. That's just...
Which is what Doge did.
Yes. And then of course, Doge ended up costing everybody more money because you had to do the payoffs.
Disaster.
It was a disaster. And I will say, kind of the same thing with the screwworm, with some of the funding cut, with just we live in such a connected world, state to state, city to city, a global world, country to country, that you really need to track diseases, parasites, viruses that you can't say, well, that's contained to that country or that part of the world. We're just all too interconnected now.
Right. It's just, it's a real shame. And again, this could be a whole, that's the thing about this, is that this particular illness is not the worst thing that can happen to you, right? Very few people are going to end up dying as a result of it. Diarrhea doesn't do that to most
older people. Is dangerous.
It's dangerous for kids. It's dangerous for older folks. But a relatively small amount of people are going to end up dead as a result of it. But what about the next thing? What about the next thing that is more dangerous and is more deadly? And to know that some of the funding for our important agencies has been cut for no good reason, that puts me at a state of unease, and I think it should everybody else too. Amy Marks Kors, Chris Ranji. We've got a big show today, as we mentioned. The Broken Lizard guys are coming in. George Wallace is going to be here. We'll talk to Danny Wexelman. Man, it's so much coming up today.
What a lineup.
This is a good day, as Amy said, to watch us on the stream. Facebook, YouTube, or on Twitter at Chris Amy KMOX.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. After 15 years and over 50,000 cancellations, I can tell you with confidence, we know how to get you out of your timeshare. Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit guide absolutely free with all your options for cancellation. Attorneys, this was meant to be funny, so please don't sue me, especially my friend Kenneth from Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-838-6767. 800-838-6767. 800-838-6767.
Sometimes historic events suck. But what shouldn't suck is learning about history. I do that through storytelling. History That Doesn't Suck is a chart-topping history-telling podcast, chronicling the epic story of America, decade by decade, from the 18th century to the 20th. Original music and immersive sound design accompany us on our storytelling journey. Listen to and follow History That Doesn't Suck, an Odyssey podcast, available now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
And the match is about to begin.
Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog. Well, they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Are front paws hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Paramount Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Paramount Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Paramount Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 314-720-8444. 314-720-8444. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 314-720-8444.
This month's Siteman Cancer Center Spotlight, bone cancer. Dr. Angela Herbie.
New pain that's persistent and unexplained, or any lump that's bigger than the size of a golf ball, should raise concern and trigger someone to talk to their doctor. And if you notice a lump, this is especially true if that lump is starting to grow and change size quickly, as in over weeks.
Thanks to Siteman Cancer Center, national leaders in cancer. For more information, visit siteman.washu.edu.
When someone tells me, Gary, I just want to feel calm about this, I usually say, good, that's fixable. Because calm doesn't come from watching the stock markets, it comes from having a plan. Let's build one together. Visit my website, checkwithgary.com, or call 800-966-1690. My show, Wealth and Wisdom with Gary Goldberg, every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock, here on KMOX FM 104.1.
100 years, one legendary voice. We live KMOX's century of service, classic audio, photos, videos, and more at KMOX100.com.
So earlier this week, after ICE shot and killed 2 more people, for a moment, ICE said we're going to roll back traffic stops. And they did, but I think it was a blink of an eye because then President Trump said,
They should not.
We're not going to roll
Yeah.
back traffic stops. We need more traffic stops. I only bring that up because ICE has been in the news, and locally, police in Ellisville will soon have ICE powers. So it's not that ICE is coming to Ellisville. It's that police will soon be able to arrest undocumented immigrants without a warrant and also question suspects about their immigration status. This is under a new contract signed with the federal government. And it's kind of interesting because we know that ICE has been signing contracts locally across the country with law enforcement, which I feel like you can make an argument, Ranj, on both sides of this. Like, would you rather have your local police have expanded authority, maybe have more ICE authority, or would you rather have ICE agents come to your city? And I feel like if you have to pick one of the two, I'd rather have it be the police who have a lot more training.
So I agree with you on that. I'd rather they not do it at all because I think it's a waste of time and resources, and I don't think it's making us better, safer, making the economy better. It's not doing anything positive for us. But if they insist on doing it, I do agree with that. I would kind of rather it be a local police department than these idiots coming in unmarked minivans, jumping out and chasing people down. Like, I'd rather it be that.
And I think that's a big part because there were ICE agents before this past year who had been ICE agents for a long time, who were ICE agents under the Obama administration. And kind of what the way ICE rolled was it was way more low profile. They didn't try to create conflict. They tried to de-escalate situations and minimize conflict. I mean, we talked about Obama being called the deporter-in-chief and all of that. Listen, yes, ICE was very active.
Yeah, they weren't doing it the way
But that's my
it's
point,
being
is
done
that
now.
they did it to avoid
And like-
conflict
and
and,
like
to avoid headlines and to make sure that if you were going to confront somebody, you were doing it in a way that de-escalated as much as possible.
And a lot of the deportations were happening at ports of entry, not being chased down in the middle of the United States when you're not near a border.
So it's kind of interesting because as we noted, these new agreements between ICE and local police departments, as of January 1st last year, there were 0 of these agreements. They're called 287G agreements. Now, there were none of them in Missouri, I should say. There were none of these agreements in Missouri. Now there are 114 current agreements in Missouri, which puts Missouri at number 4 in the country. I don't know if that's because we have so many police departments that we have the option. Like, how many police departments does Chicago have? 1?
Yeah, well, the city has 1.
Yeah. I mean, we've got 75, 120, however many we have. So maybe part of this is just that we have the opportunity to have a whole lot of agreements. And
Too many municipalities.
A lot of municipalities. And what's interesting, though, is city council member of Ellisville, Mick Cahill, said that the officers are not going to go knock on doors. They're not going to search for illegal immigrants in that way. Ellisville police officers have vowed that they're not going to abuse power granted in the contract with ICE, and even said they're not going to use or utilize all of the powers that are granted to them in the ICE contract. And of course, take that for what it's worth. I mean, you just don't know. But I do think and would hope that a local police department is going to be more invested in the community, have better relationships with that community. And they're not going to be knocking door to door. What they're saying is it's efficiency improvements, because before, if you did have an undocumented immigrant and you were dealing with a crime, they had to reach out to ICE. They had to go through ICE. And
Look,
now
if
the
that's-
police officers can do it themselves.
If that's all it turns into, okay, fine. Somebody commits a crime, it turns out they're undocumented, okay, yeah, go ahead and do it, as long as they aren't going door to door. And so they're asking us to take their word for it?
Yes.
All right, fine, okay. But I do agree with, and there's the Post-Dispatch article about this, the executive director of the ASHRAE Foundation, Sarah Ruiz, who said part of the one of the issues with this is now you're making immigrants less likely to call the police if there is a problem, if they witness a crime, or if something has happened and the police need to be involved. They might be afraid to call the police, even if they are documented and supposed to be here. Just like the person who was killed in Maine was documented, was working here, had a social security number, and he got killed. So if you're an immigrant and you see that, what are you going to do? You going to call the police ever?
And I think that's one reason why, it's one of the many reasons why the way ICE is conducting itself now with so many officers hastily trained, that you're seeing real abuses, real mistakes being made, and it's actually hurt all of immigration enforcement. It's made it so much worse because, like you said, even if you are here legally, you're going to be worried that that might not be respected. And again, Chief Andy Vaughn of Ellisville Police Department has said his department's not going to take advantage of the full scope of powers. I know it's hard with such a big issue just to take someone's word for it. But like I said, if you're going to have to either have police officers or ICE officers in your town, I would rather have the police officers with that ability. But the contract does grant them, Ranj, quite a bit of power. Officers can arrest anyone they believe to be undocumented before a warrant can be obtained. But Ellisville officers are saying that they will ask suspects if they're undocumented only if they've already been arrested for a felony or dangerous misdemeanor like drunk driving or assault.
Fine. If that's what they do, fine. But again, I think it's okay and healthy for us to be skeptical that that's what will end up happening. Text messages to 314-436-7900. This one says, Chris, I hate to break it to you, but those government agency workers are working from home, eating bonbons and ice cream and doing nothing helpful. A couple of things about that. One, it is such a lazy take to say that if you work for the government, you're not doing anything. It's just so damned lazy. Because there are a lot of people in our government that are trying to do good work and got into it because they want to actually help people. So that's a lazy take. Do better. The other thing is you can always tell how old somebody is if they reference bonbons.
Is that like a truffle?
It's a thing that people who are 105 years old eat. Have you ever seen a bonbon? I don't know if I've ever seen one in my entire... I think they're little... Like in person, I've never seen one.
I think it's a truffle.
They're like little small chocolate things.
Well, now I want one.
Okay. By the way, we love the olds.
And bonbons.
And bonbons.
I will eat a bonbon right now.
They're
Sounds
filled
good.
with liqueur or another sweet alcoholic
Liqueur?
drink.
Don't like liqueur. Don't like liqueur in the bonbons.
Sometimes filled with
It really
liqueur.
depends, I guess. It's the Chris and Amy show on KMOX.
All right, it's officially the most wonderful time of the year at Staples. They've got back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech, 20% off for teachers, and more. Check out all the deals at staples.com/back-to-school. Staples, that was easy.
It's not really a sports show. It's just a show.
So I don't really have a sports show, but I love the Cardinals. I am born and bred St. Louis, went to my first game like so many of you, 4 years old. Couldn't believe how green it was standing there next to the players with my dad, and now I go with my kids. You get it. So when you listen to the DGS, it's going to be a slice of life happy hour, but we're always going to talk Cardinals.
The Dave Glover Show at 1. Then stick around for Cardinals baseball.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Now, KMOX weather from the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk.
82 degrees, real feel temperature 99, humid with intervals of bright sunshine and heavy thunderstorms. A high of 90. Tonight, a thunderstorm in spots early. Otherwise, humid, a low of 73. Weather sponsored by Steve Butts and the entire Crawford Butts family as America celebrates its 250th anniversary. Steve Butts and everyone at Crawford Butts Insurance wish everyone a safe and joyful summer, proudly serving the community for generations. Happy 250th America.
It's time for a $98 AC tune-up.
The radical left let crime and drugs pour into our nation, and they let biological men into girls' sports. But here in Missouri, if there's a problem, we fix it. That's why Ann Wagner's fixing the mess the radical left made and delivering for us. Wagner voted to ban biological men from competing in girls' sports, and she voted to fund the police and provide more resources for Border Patrol agents, keeping our families, communities, and children safe. And Ann Wagner didn't stop there. In Congress, Wagner passed the largest working-class tax cut in American history, kept big government out of our business, protected our way of life, and ensured our communities remain safe. That's why Ann Wagner's endorsed by the Missouri Farm Bureau and Missouri Fraternal Order of Police. Vote Ann Wagner for Congress on August 4th.
I'm Ann Wagner, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Ann Wagner for Congress.
Recently, our company softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win, like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later.
Sound familiar, Dale?
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Missouri. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. One question I'm always asked is, how did you become the largest injury firm in the world with over 1,000 attorneys and $25 billion in verdicts and settlements? One way was our financial strength. Medical malpractice is the third leading cause of death in America. To prosecute a typical case costs up to $250,000 in case cost. We advance them all. Product liability cases can have similar costs with an army of lawyers on the other side. Automobile insurance companies have the resources to fight. Guess what? So do we. Many law firms simply may not have the financial firepower to work up your case the way you deserve. And we don't charge by the hour. No recovery, no fee. If you have a question about your case or wish to become a client, go to forthepeople.com on your mobile device or computer. 24/7. It's that easy. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This is the Gas House Gang from KMOX.
Bernie Nicholas and the Gas House Gang, today at noon on America's Sports Voice, KMOX.
Well, you did, if you were listening to this show yesterday, hear us bring to you a bit of sound from a Barstool podcast. You know Barstool, really popular sports podcast. And outlet, I guess they've got articles and opinion stuff and several shows. And they're mainstream now. They're everywhere. But they were talking about Jordan Walker a couple of days ago after he won the home run derby on Monday night. And the following day, they were discussing it. And Walker presented himself, because he is a very likable guy, and he has gained quite a bit of admiration around the country. People are talking about him like, this guy's all right. And his family, who was there at the All-Star game, a lot of fun and just really cool people. And the Barstool guys were talking about him and said, he's basically too cool for the Cardinals, and he needs to go somewhere else.
Rude and hurtful.
So that they can root for him. Because for a lot of people, it's difficult to root for the Cardinals unless you are a Cardinals fan. For some reason outside of this market, we're just not a likable fan base. I don't know why everybody hates us.
Well, part of it is people don't like teams that win all the time. It's why I find the Brewers annoying now. The Brewers are annoying because they keep figuring out a way to be successful. The Cardinals have historically been very successful, the second most World Series titles, obviously. But then also the past 20 years, not counting the past few years, have seen so much success that I felt like for a while, anytime the Cardinals fell short of the World Series or a deep playoff run, it was a huge disappointment. You just took it for granted.
So people don't like us, and that's fine. The Mostly Sports podcast show that's on Barstool, when they were talking about Walker, they said we need to get him off the team. He's got to go somewhere else. And in that rant, I don't know if I'd call it a rant, but in that conversation, Brandon Walker, who was one of the personalities, said that the Cardinals uniform is boring. He said that
That was the weirdest take.
Yeah, I didn't care for that one. He said Busch Stadium is boring. He said that the entire organization is boring, so on and so forth, and the fan base is insufferable, and that's what he was talking about. Anyway, he must have gotten a lot of heat, at least about the Busch Stadium thing, because he followed up on that on the next day's show.
Yesterday, I mocked the St. Louis Cardinals fans because I think them calling themselves the best fans in baseball is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anybody that calls themselves the best fans in baseball, it's just a stupid thing to say ever. Fan delusion is a special thing because they were all repeating the same thing. We have a top 5 stadium in baseball. Right off the rip. Watch this. Wrigley, Fenway, Petco, PNC, the San Francisco Park. That's 5.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about that.
By what metric do they consider themselves top 5? Is it like aesthetic,
that they can
ballpark
get tickets
vibe?
They said skyline, which I think if the skyline's the best thing about
there's no skyline, it's the arch, which
or whatever. Yeah.
But their skyline is just one thing. It's the arch, and let's be honest with
not a great.
I mean, what?
It's just a big. Yeah. It's an ear ring on the city.
Come on,
it's a belly button ring on the city. That's what it is. They've got the second most World Series championships. It's a historic franchise, amazing franchise. It's not a top 5 stadium. Let's just tell the truth. Let's all tell the truth. And you don't have the best fans in baseball. Yeah. And anybody who makes it a tagline, we have the best fans in baseball.
Right
now, you're egotistical.
Okay, so again, the BFIB thing, and I would argue that the vast majority of Cardinals fans don't call themselves the best fans in baseball. That was something given to them by guys
Peter
like
Gammons.
He was one of them. Tim Kirkjian was one of them. I think it was Jim Leland who actually started it.
Do your analogy again about the best fans in baseball and
Are
why.
you talking about what can happen if you're young and you're told you're pretty?
Yes.
Over and over again?
Yes.
Yeah, then I think you develop an attitude, which is what...
Or you just kind of get used to, like, oh, I think I'm pretty.
Right.
That's what happened with the best fans in baseball.
So what you have to do is you have to not let that get to you. You have to not allow other people telling you you're pretty to then form your personality for you. You got to stay humble. And for him, who is... And Brandon is a Braves fan, so I understand why he probably does. There's a little bit of... if you live in Georgia, you may have grown up a Cardinals fan for a long time, and then the Braves came to town, and so then that flipped, and there are a lot of Cardinals fans in that part of the country down there still. So I can understand the animosity. I don't know if Busch Stadium, okay, I can probably agree with him that it's not necessarily a top 5 ballpark in the country, but it is a good ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good stadium. He's right. Fenway is great. I love Fenway. I love PNC Park. I've not been to where the Giants play, Oracle, but everybody says it's an incredible ballpark.
But he is also saying that Cardinals fans are always like, oh, Busch Stadium is the best ballpark, right? Was that his argument that we said it?
I don't think we do that.
I don't know that we do that either, but even if we did, I would hope that a lot of fan bases feel that way about their ballpark. You want to go to your ballpark and say, this is the best. This is the best ballpark. And especially if it's home, if you're from St. Louis, it's going to feel like the best ballpark because you've got memories, emotions, nostalgia, all tied into that ballpark. So even if Cardinal fans did say we have the best ballpark, well, maybe Pirates fans say the same thing.
Pittsburgh is a really nice ballpark. I love it.
And I would hope that they love it. And I would hope that Red Sox fans love it. Like I don't think it's that offensive if you kind of feel like your ballpark is the best ballpark. Because here's the thing. We have all-star voting. What if we had all-star stadium voting? Wouldn't you think most St. Louis fans would vote for Busch Stadium?
I think most people would vote for their own ballpark.
That's exactly right.
Because
That's
it's the only
point.
ballpark they ever go to.
Right. That's another great point.
But I still don't think most Cardinals fans think this is absolutely the top 5 stadium
I think
in
most
the country.
Cardinals fans have said, I've always wanted to go to this ballpark.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the same thing, but like my sister who she's not really into sports. So even if you have like a suite at Busch Stadium, she's not interested. She's not a sports lady.
Yeah.
Somehow, my brother got her to go to Coors Field in Denver, and she said it was really fun.
I've heard that's a really nice ballpark, too.
Right, that's what I mean.
Baltimore, they've got a really nice ballpark. Again, I mentioned Fenway. I think Fenway is my favorite experience that I've had ever at a ballpark. Forget about the game itself, but I'm talking about being there. I think I really liked Fenway Park, and I like Wrigley Field. I think Wrigley's cool. Rate Field is good.
Is that the White Sox?
Yeah, but it's not. It's probably a top 20 ballpark,
Yeah.
but it's not.
I've been to Fenway, and Fenway was very, very cool. If I were from Boston, I would say Fenway is the best ballpark out there.
Yeah.
Because it's your town, it's your ballpark, and he does seem to be oddly obsessed or oddly irritated with the Cardinals, because I'll address the Cardinals are boring if you replace boring with uptight. Yeah, we've all talked about that historically we've been kind of uptight, and that's why this year is so much fun with tarps off and with Al Raboski going tarps off, and even the hot dog promotion, I don't know, and the team having so much enthusiasm.
Well, it's gotten more fun this year.
And the Cardinals broadcasts with having access, to the players during the game, it's gotten more fun this year. So I absolutely understand why he might look at the Cardinals and say, "Oh, they're boring." Yeah, and we're changing that. The criticism of the uniform makes no sense to the point that it's almost not worth addressing.
So I would say this, and I wish that all of this had happened before we had Will Leach on earlier in the week, because I have this theory, and I'm going to bring this up to him next time I talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
Will Leach, who is the editor emeritus of Deadspin, which was a great sports website that I think started probably like 2003 or something. And it was one of the really first awesome sports websites.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of great writing, and he started it. And Will went to U of I. He's a huge Cardinals fan. Deadspin, because of Will Leach, all the other writers used to just crap all over the Cardinals just to get at him. And I think for all the younger sports fans at that time who read a lot of that content, I honestly think Will Leach is partially responsible for the national hatred of the Cardinals fan base. Unintentionally, he wasn't trying.
Wow, oh man, I wish we would have brought this up with him.
I didn't. Well, this
week.
thing hadn't happened yet.
I know, you're right. No, but that's I
think that's part of it.
I would absolutely.
It's not his
blame
fault.
him.
He didn't know. He was just big time Cardinals fan, and everybody who used to work with him was like, "Screw the Cardinals. We're gonna." And they had so many different pieces they would write trashing Cardinals fans. And I think for anybody who basically grew up reading Deadspin, that probably seeped into your conscious a bit.
We're not a big.
So I blame Will.
We're not a big market team. We're a mid-market team, but we've had the success of a big market team, more World Series championships than anyone other than the Yankees. So yes, when you win, people are going to hate you. I think when you win and you're a mid-market team, maybe that's especially irritating to some of the writers on the coasts. I don't know. And as far as the best fans in baseball go, and I said this yesterday, yeah, I used to joke about it. I used to joke that, no, we're not arrogant. We're just better than you. And, because with St. Louis, the Cardinals are, I think, a more integral and a higher percentage of our selfhood as a city than the Yankees are of New York, even though the Yankees are a huge part of New York.
Because New York's got so much else.
so much going for
Chicago's
it.
got,
and the Yankees fan base is incredible. I mean, the Boston fan base is insane. You could argue they're the best fans, but Boston's got other things going for it. For us, the Cardinals are such a huge part of who we are.
Text messages. One says, isn't Barstool based out of Chicago? Of course they're not going to like us. Yes, but here's the thing about that. They're there now, but they were in New York, and most of the personalities are not from Chicago, so that's got nothing to do with it. And another texter here says, I'm a St. Louisan who is not a Cardinals fan. Y'all are insufferable and truly believe you are the best fans in baseball. That's from Anthony and Baldwin. So Anthony and Baldwin from St. Louis, not a Cardinals fan for some reason, thinks Cardinals fans are insufferable.
Yeah.
So if you have anything to say about that, 314-436-7900. But the stage is set for Saturday. The final is going to happen. It'll be Spain and Argentina after the semifinals over the last couple of days. And FanDuel is changing the game in soccer. Okay, sometimes if you put a wager on a player to score and that player gets subbed out of the game, your bet goes along with him. Well, FanDuel Super Sub has been introduced, and what this will do is allow your bet to stay in the game all the way up until the final whistle because the substitute who comes in just assumes that bet. That way, you're in the action all the way through, and it's a really great way to stay involved. FanDuel.com/Missouri. That's where you go to sign up. FanDuel.com/Missouri. If you want to participate in this soccer action before it is all over again, the final is on Saturday. That should be a lot of fun. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. And don't forget, if you do win, you get paid out instantly. The app is safe and secure, and it's a lot of fun to use. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM KMOX.
You work hard, follow the rules, and get absolutely slammed by taxes. Your paycheck taxed, your property taxed, everything you buy taxed. Missouri's tax system isn't broken, it's rigged against you. The lawyers and lobbyists working for big corporations and the super rich buried over 200 loopholes for themselves in our tax code. While they pay nothing on the services they use, working families are taxed over and over. It's no wonder they're lying about Amendment 5. Our corrupt tax system is rigged in their favor. They're getting a free ride on your back. Don't believe their lies. The truth is, Amendment 5 closes loopholes exploited by the super rich and slashes taxes paid by Missouri's working families, phasing out income taxes and cutting property taxes. They finally pay what they owe while you keep what you earn. Vote yes on Amendment 5. Paid for by Missouri Promise PAC.
If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at lancedrurylaw.com.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Well, I'm sure you're aware, I guess you can all imagine, that not only are we busy, but other reputable companies are also just as busy, if not busier, and it's only going to get worse. So if you know, I know this is tough, but if your system has not been keeping up with your house for just not this year, but last year, the year before, and even the year before that, if you want to quit doing it and just get it done, just call me, Bart Inman. And it's one easy number, the easiest of numbers that sometimes I forget. So write it down. 314-293-2600, Missouri and Illinois. Or on the internet, bartinman.com. That is Bart with a B, Inman with an I.com. God bless.
For state senate, I like Mike. Mike Deering knows what a hard day's work looks like because he's done it his whole life.
I like Mike. He's a dad. He knows what our families are up against.
Mike Deering's a businessman. He knows what red tape actually costs.
I like Mike because Mike Deering stands with President Trump. Secure the border, cut our taxes, put Missouri first.
I'm Mike Deering. Career politicians spend more and tax more while your family gets squeezed. I'll lower your taxes, keep your money in your pockets, and cut government waste so deep it'll make the politicians squeal.
Mike Deering, farmer, small business owner, dad, conservative. I like Mike.
I like Mike.
I like Mike.
For state senate, I like Mike. Mike Deering. On Tuesday, August 4th, vote Republican Mike Deering for state senate. Make common sense conservative leadership common again. Paid for by friends of Mike Deering. Megan Kaiser, treasurer.
The Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM KMOX and the free Odyssey app. Now, did you see this? With Chris and Amy.
I need to make a correction, Amy.
Oh, no.
Because this guy was wrong. The championship game, the final for the World Cup, is Sunday. It's the third place game that's on Saturday, which I think is kind of dumb that they play that.
So you know what? When I said Saturday because I had just read Saturday, but I know that yesterday I had read Sunday. So I thought I was wrong yesterday.
Okay.
So someone else was wrong about Saturday.
France and England play Saturday afternoon, and then the championship final is on Sunday between Spain and Argentina. Yep. But there are still 2 more games left. Still have 2 more games of the World Cup. What's it like to win third place? Can't be that much fun.
I bet you get some money.
Yeah, you get money for sure.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
We've got a star on our hands here in Missouri, Ranj.
We do.
And the 2026 Gatorade Best High School Female Player of the Year is Maddie DiMaria, Koryesu Academy Soccer.
So Maddie DiMaria, if you followed prep sports at all, you know her as a soccer phenom for Koryesu. In her 3 years with CJA, she has 142 goals, 3 consecutive state championships, including leading the team to 25-0 this year. And she will be graduating high school early to go play at UNC. She'll be a Tar Heel next year, wants to win, or this upcoming season, I should say, wants to win a national championship with the UNC Tar Heels. She's already signed with Adidas. She has played on the national team for younger ages, but hopes to make the women's full national team. She was the female athlete of the year for every sport across the country last night at the ESPYs.
Man, good for her. That's very cool. And she probably will be on the women's national team, like the main one. Hey, did you see that there was a Fish concert that happened at the Ruoff Music Center? I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. It's RUOFF. In Noblesville, Indiana, which is just north by like 45 minutes or so from Indianapolis.
Okay.
And Fish was there. And the Hamilton County Prosecuting Attorney's Office. Now, I saw this story yesterday, and I saw the headline. I was like, that can't be real. Well, the prosecuting attorney posted on Facebook that they were disappointed in the significant quantities of suspected psilocybin, mushrooms, meth, LSD, heroin, fentanyl, MDMA, marijuana, and nitrous oxide at the Fish concert.
Disappointed but not surprised?
Yeah, like, obviously. What are you talking about? Anyway, lots of drugs at the Fish show. That's Amy. I'm Chris. When we come back, we'll talk a little Cardinals baseball with Danny Wexelman here on KMOX.
Hi, I'm Mark Cantor. The people around here are hardworking people, just like you. And when someone in your family gets hurt in a car wreck, everything can change very fast. That's why having a local lawyer matters. At Cantor Injury Law, we know these towns, these roads, and the people who drive them every day. When you call us, you're calling a local team with boots on the ground, ready to fight for you. You can count on Cantor.
CantorInjuryLaw.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
When you go to the Audiology Center, you'll see a doctor of audiology. And with us right now, Dr. Colleen Bosler. Dr. Bosler, what are some of the signs of hearing loss?
Well, it's a number of things. Sometimes loved ones notice a person asking others to repeat themselves, or the television is too loud. What people tend to notice first with hearing loss is the loss of clarity. They can hear people talking, but they cannot always understand what's being said. That's because the hearing loss can cause you to miss certain consonant sounds, and those consonant sounds give us the detail to the word. A hearing aid can help bring back those details and give you a sense of clarity that you're missing.
Dr. Colleen Bosler at the Audiology Center with 3 locations in the greater St. Louis area. Call for an appointment, 636-441-7470. Online, theaudiologycenterstl.com.
Let me tell you something about insurance. When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. But your business runs all year, so do the gaps and the risk. So go to Supersure.com. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just go buy a policy online. Supersure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At Supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts. It'll translate your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to Supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Supersure.com. That's Supersure.com. Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
There's an old joke about Uncle Sam's new tax short form. The first line says, "How much did you make?" The next line says, "Send it in." Really, not that funny, but that's what a lot of people do in retirement. They take money out of their 401k or IRA and end up sending it in when they pay taxes. Steve All of the All Financial Group invites you to take their tax challenge. What if your current plan included thousands of dollars in unnecessary taxes and fees? Or maybe higher Medicare premiums or a lower Social Security check? What if the savings you realized could allow you to retire early? Wouldn't you want to know about that right now? Take the All Financial Group Tax Challenge and find out. There's no charge. Call Steve today at 636-230-8824. That's 636-230-8824. Or online at yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Steve All, NPN number 153-07419.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 10:02, at 10 o'clock, we have mostly sunny sky, 84 degrees downtown at the Arch. I'm Tom Ackerman, and these are the stories making news. Metro West and Valley Park fire departments are searching the Merrimack River for a 19-year-old male who went swimming at Castlewood State Park last night and may have drowned. Metro West Fire Captain Matt Coppin tells KMOX.
It may look nice and calm, but there's a lot going on under the water. Specifically, that Castlewood State Park area, there's some nuances there in the river where Kiefer Creek comes into the river, and there's a big drop off there, and it just creates a very dangerous situation that we've seen time and time again over the last 25 years of people choosing to swim there.
Inside the Senate Judiciary Committee hearing room, the second day of confirmation hearings for Attorney General nominee Todd Blanche kicks off with witness testimony. Danny Bensky, an Epstein survivor and sexual assault advocate, spoke against the nomination of Blanche, claiming he had refused to speak to her and other survivors for months while the Epstein files were being released.
He simply ignored us for the last 8 months. He's been radio silent, and the silence was deafening. Crime victims deserve better from the nation's highest level of law enforcement officials.
Some Metro East voters will be asked in November to send a message to Illinois leaders in Springfield. The Madison County Board voted Wednesday night to place a public advisory question on the ballot regarding the reliance of property taxes on education funding. Board Chair Chris Slusser blames former Illinois House Speaker Mike Madigan, who was a tax appeal attorney by trade.
He has a direct incentive to maintain a really unfair situation because he made a lot of money on property tax appeals. So they're artificially high. He comes in, gets your property taxes reduced, your assessment reduced, and he gets a cut of the difference.
Madison County voters will also be asked if they think showing a government-issued ID should be necessary to vote in Illinois, and if the state should give local government more control over solar and wind farm placement. The list of states with the most people in financial distress is out, and according to WalletHub, 8.8 million Americans have at least one credit account that is delinquent or in forbearance. And the state with the most citizens in financial hardship is Kansas. Missouri came in 20th. Illinois is one of the least distressed, coming in at 42nd. Weather from the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk, sponsored by i3 Broadband.
Times of sun and clouds and quite humid this afternoon. Watch out for a heavy thunderstorm through the early evening hours, the high 90. Partly to mostly cloudy, warm and muggy overnight, low 75. For tomorrow, intervals of clouds and sunshine and quite humid. There can be a shower and thunderstorm, especially in the afternoon, the high again approaching 90. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk, I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Joe Lundberg on 104.1 FM KMOX.
It's 85 in Florissant, 85 in St. Peters, mostly sunny, and 84 degrees downtown at the Arch. With the kids home for the summer, your house is a digital zoo of streaming and gaming. Switch to i3 Broadband and upgrade your summer. Head over to i3broadband.com/radio today or call 1-866-806-5485 to upgrade today, because life runs better on fiber, and i3 Broadband is here for you. It's 10:03. I'm Tom Ackerman, KMOX News.
The Chris and Amy Show is video streaming now on KMOX's YouTube, X, and Facebook pages. Click and subscribe.
Cardinals will get back at it on I almost said on tomorrow. They'll get back at it tomorrow. They've got the Diamondbacks. They will be on the road in Arizona, and they will start the post-All-Star break portion of their season, still in striking distance of a wild card. We are joined now by Danny Wexelman from Cardinals TV, friend of the show, and she's with us on KMOX. Good morning, Danny.
What's up, my friends? How are we?
Hey, we're doing great. We don't seem to be doing as well as Jordan Walker is doing. He had a hell of a week. I mean, I know he went hitless in the All-Star game. Nobody really cares about the All-Star game, but what he did on Monday night was pretty extraordinary. And so I know you talked to him a bunch before and after that happened. How is he handling it? Because he's found some new fame that he didn't have before.
Man, isn't it cool that, the entire baseball world had probably forgotten about Jordan or written him off or put him in a box, whatever kind of box that you get put in when you are 22 and you're not putting up Hall of Fame numbers. And now the entire baseball world has wrapped their arms around him and shown him an immense amount of love. He was the exact same. I think maybe he was a little giddier and maybe a little more excited about what was happening around him, but there was no change in who Jordan is as a person, at his core. He's a millionaire now, which is cool to say. But I think honestly, guys, when I saw it happen, two things crossed my mind. Number one, you literally can't write a better story than this. And number two, I hope that this reminds fans what the Cardinals have done to develop and support their players, and that maybe fans in the second half start to come back even more than they have been in the first.
Danny, we talk about the All-Star game, and even going into it, I was like, yeah, it's fine, the All-Star game, and the home run derby is fun. It'll be fun to cheer on Jordan Walker, but a little bit of, but we all know what it is, it's an exhibition, take it or leave it. But I feel like, and maybe I'm reading too much into this, but that this particular home run derby, like you said, with Jordan Walker's backstory, the way he was able to win in Philly against a Philly, Kyle Schwarber, with all of the drama, there might actually be some staying power in his name, in who he is, and even in his performance from this home run derby, even though, like I said, I think maybe we would have just kind of been like, yeah, it's fine. But this feels like it has real staying power.
Well, I think that, what Jordan's been able to accomplish this season has put him on high alert for other teams. But when you win the home run derby, when you're the first ever to do it for an organization, and, Albert is literally sitting 50 feet to the left of Jordan, right in the third base box for Netflix, and you have Barry Bonds sitting there, and neither of them did it, right? And Jordan is like captivating the hearts because of his story. And to your point, doing it in Philly against Kyle Schwarber, who is beloved. Like, don't be surprised if they put up a Kyle Schwarber statue one day in Philadelphia for what he's done for that city. But I think, like, for Jordan, this not only, like, gives you that confidence, but it's like it gives you the confidence for the rest of the league. Like, now every single person in baseball knows exactly who Jordan Walker has become this season, and that's a really big deal. You cannot understate how important that is for Jordan, for the organization, and for baseball. And I think he kind of revived how awesome the Derby can be. He walked in there, guys, in his very first All-Star with his hat backwards and his chains hanging, and he went in there with Cleninger Tehran, and they tore it up. They completely disrupted and messed up the plans that they had to make it this wholesome moment for Kyle Schwarber or maybe Bryce Harper in the Derby in Philly. Like, it is incredible. You know, you get 6 swings to do it, and he did it. And by the way, he did it without that magenta ball. Like, they forgot to switch the balls out. So it just is, it's extraordinary what he's done with the amount of criticism that he has received. And I do think that in the second half, this matters to the second half. Like, Jordan will still be Jordan. He's not going to change because of it, but this will impact the second half, I think, in a major, important way.
Yeah, that magenta ball thing, which was the, that final ball, the one that if they hit, they can keep going, right? I know there were some people who were mad because, like, oh, he didn't have to hit that magenta ball, and that was tough for everybody else to pick up all night, which is, I mean, that's silly. The guy earned it, and it's great. And now the Cardinals have 2 young stars, emerging stars. They've got him, J.J. Weatherholt, who got his contract extension just under a week ago. So would you expect that they sometime soon here maybe try to approach the same thing with Walker, or is that a let's wait and see kind of thing?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think that, after you see a contract of JJ's magnitude, I don't anticipate something happening right now. I do think, though, that watching Jordan's consistency is the key to him getting an extension like that, which is quite the story, guys, because I think that there were trade rumors in the offseason, depending upon what Jordan was going to do. Like, so I don't have any inside information on where Jordan is at with an extension, but you certainly would do anything. I think if Jordan can continue to be consistent in this way, you would do anything to keep a man like that in your organization. Not only has he put in the work to get himself back to what everyone expected and probably what he expected of himself, but also he represents what's good in baseball, good in your community. I think something that is important to highlight, too, is he used his platform in that moment to raise up black athletes, to raise up young black kids who want to play baseball. Baseball's expensive. You need a lot of different things to play the sport, and he wants to be a beacon for that. That's somebody that you want in your organization, right? Those things do matter big time, especially when you're giving out such large contracts. And baseball is such a funny sport right now with the lockout coming up and, the impending lockout and the CBA negotiations. So I am really curious. I do think that he's made an incredible case to be a Cardinal for a long time.
It's interesting because we played the clip yesterday from the Barstool guy saying that Jordan Walker is too cool for St. Louis and he shouldn't be here. But for all of the reasons, and I said the Cardinals are getting less uptight. I mean, that's partly why this year is so much fun with the enthusiasm of the young players, with the tarps off. But everything you just mentioned about Jordan Walker is also, those are all qualities that endear him to St. Louisans even more. I said because the Cardinals are such a big part of our selfhood in a way that at a higher percentage, at a higher ratio, whatever you want to say, that even like the Yankees aren't to New York because New York has other things. We really have the Cardinals. We have the Cardinals and we have the Arch, and that's who we are. And so for a player like that to be part of the Cardinals, he seems like such a good fit. And I think it was Bernie Miklasz who pointed out yesterday, Ron's with you on the Gas House Gang, that he's special when he makes Barry Bonds likable. In that moment after the game, Barry Bonds seemed likable. That's when a guy is special.
That's a great point. I love this conversation. I think what I like about it is like 2 things. One, you're right about St. Louis and the Cardinals and the relationship that this team has with the city and the people who live here. But I think that there is something that's building in that clubhouse. It is meaningful to bring a championship to a city, to be a young group of guys who absolutely do not care what you think about them or where you think they will finish, something that will bind them together and galvanize them in a way that is so meaningful, like beyond meaningful, guys. And when they realize they can do something special for a city that's starved for something special like this, it's different. And it will bring them together. And maybe Jordan Walker to the outside is too cool for St. Louis, but maybe Jordan Walker and Mason Wynn and J.J. Weatherholt are bringing like St. Louis back to where it was and back to the prominence of baseball and being at the center and the forefront and honestly the envy of the league. I think that what's being built here is getting back to that. Chaim Bloom references it all the time, Whitey Ball, and what the Cardinals have done for St. Louis and what some of the icons have done. I think that that's really what you could say is being done here.
Danny Wexelman, Cardinals TV, our guest on KMOX. And when the season restarts tomorrow in Arizona, Cardinals are a game behind the Marlins at the moment, and that is for that final wild card spot. So it's the Cubs, Phillies, Marlins. And they're in the playoff picture at the moment. They are right, just outside of it, so they're a contender. What is knowing all of that, and I know how I feel about, the playoff race, but what is the most important thing you think the Cardinals need to do for the remainder of the season?
I think they need to stay present and stay where they are and not play out of their shoes because they're right outside the wild card conversation and not press. Like, it's really easy to pay too much attention. I'll tell you this. Most of the time, those guys, they don't know what day it is. They don't know what city we're going to. They don't know what opponent they're playing until they get to the city that we're going to. Like, they are really present, and that's what has to remain true and not pressing because there's a phenomenon happening where they're out kicking the coverage that was expected of them externally. So, like, continuing to actually be exactly who they are and not be anything more than what they're capable of, because they are capable of earning that third wild card spot. The Marlins are a really good team, guys. I expect Peter Bendix and their front office to do something at the trade deadline because they have the pieces to actually make a decent run at this, because their pitching and their offense has been one of the best in baseball for a month now. But I think that the Cardinals, I think it's kind of, I'm giving you a lame answer here, but be themselves, because nobody else is like them in the sport. Nobody else is playing like a band of brothers, kind of like a college team, but without the expectations, right? The Guardians have them. The Brewers have them. The Cubs have them. Those young teams that are spunky, the Cardinals are not expected to do it. So it's different. So that's what I would say I would urge them to do.
Yeah, so the deadline's 2.5 weeks away. Do you imagine they'll be active in any way?
Oh, gosh. Well, I think that everybody needs pitching. And if Chaim Bloom in the front office believes that they have a shot at playing postseason baseball, I do think that an addition on the starting side could be made. That's where I think it makes the most sense, because you have a lot of guys like Kyle Leahy and Matthew Liberatore who are approaching career innings. Michael McGree's approaching career innings. And so I think that from that regard, your guys are tired, right? So you might need some extra bullets in there. I don't know what they're going to do with Dustin May. I think that there are teams that are probably calling Chaim and his crew, because everyone needs a starting pitcher who can go out there and give you innings. And Dustin May has done that, even though there's been some inconsistencies. So I could see them adding in the pitching department if in the next 2 weeks. As I was looking at the schedule, guys, it's like, if I did my math right, I think it's like 20 straight games starting Friday for this team. So I don't think there's an off day, or maybe there's one, but they're going to need some help, especially if they can stay in the thick of it. And this is a road trip, right? Good road trip, good first test. If they're able to have above 500 records for the next week or so, I do think you could see the Cardinals be creatively active, yes.
Their next off day after today will be August 6th.
Okay, so that's what I thought. Yeah, it's
like
a pretty
20 days.
girthy stretch here, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, Danny, I am like Mr. Literal over here. But when you said, like the Cardinals, they don't know what city they're in. They don't know where they're going when they get on the plane. Like, how literal is that, or what makes you say that? Like, what conversations have you had that make you say that?
Yeah, because if you say like, oh, we've got the Pirates coming up, and I know you played against this guy in high school. Oh, that we are playing the Pirates coming up. They're not literally not thinking about they're very rarely, maybe one guy or two know it. Like, I'm not saying they're dumb or they're not paying attention. Yeah. I'm saying that they're so incredibly present to where they're at. They're not worried. They're never worried about the next thing. They're worried about where they're at. And like, genuinely, like if you say like, oh, tomorrow on Saturday is so-and-so's birthday. Oh, tomorrow's Saturday. Like, they're just not paying attention to those things because it is a mental grind to play this sport. So like, I think that their energies are consistently put towards what the task is in the moment. They're not thinking about the next road series or the next team that's coming to town. They're very much just engrossed in being really present.
Danny Wexelman, Cardinals TV. Are you traveling or are you back home in the studio?
Oh, we're traveling, baby. We're getting on the plane this afternoon, and we're headed to Arizona, so I'm excited.
Go get them. Thanks, Danny.
Thanks, Danny.
Thanks, guys.
Danny Wexelman, Cardinals TV, with us here on KMOX. And, of course, you can listen to that game here on 104.1 FM. You can listen on the Odyssey app. The Birds get going again tomorrow night. The first pitch from Arizona will be at 8:40. So you've got your Friday night plans right there for you. It's the Chris and Amy Show on KMOX.
All right. We know that if you step outside, maybe you're watering the plants and you hear that buzzing around your home, that could be a real issue with stinging insects like wasps, hornets, carpenter bees, mosquitoes. All of those can pose serious safety risks for you and your family, and some of them can even cause costly damage to your home. Carpenter bees, for instance, they'll tunnel into wood structures, like maybe they'll get into your deck, mess up your trim, fences, and wasps and hornets will build hidden nests and wall voids, and you don't even know they're there until they come out and maybe sting a few people. So don't wait for a painful surprise. The experts at Rottler can safely identify and treat stinging insect nests to help protect your home and your family before the problem gets worse. They can also protect your family from mosquitoes with a treatment plan that reduces mosquito larvae and helps keep you safe. For over 70 years, you've been calling Rottler, Rottler.com.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Hey guys, Glover here with my very, very good friend, Dr. Kathy Maupin at BioBalanceHealth.com. If you have reached that certain age and you're just not feeling very well and nothing's working the way it used to work, go see Dr. Kathy. She is not only a medical doctor, she is a patient of this bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. It absolutely works. It's a long-term solution. She is an artist when it comes to helping you with your hormones. BioBalanceHealth.com for Dr. Kathy Maupin.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Most sellers put their home on the market and just wait to see what happens. This is Debbie Monterey. I'm with Gloria Liu, Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Gloria, is there a better way to sell?
There is. Instead of listing your home the traditional way and hoping for the right buyer, I can get you up to 8 competitive cash offers right from the start. That means you're not guessing what your home might sell for. You're looking at the real offers and choosing the one that works the best for you. It also helps you to set the right price and create stronger demand if you decide to go to market. It gives you control, leverage, and a clear path forward before you accept just any offer. And remember, I'll guarantee to sell your home at 100% of the market value, or I'll pay you the difference.
Before you sell your home, see what your options are. Call the one I trust, Gloria Liu, 314-325-6888, or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. That's GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
Celebrate the month of July with Zero Res and get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $129. Get your air ducts cleaned for $599 per unit. Book online at ZeroResSTL.com and take advantage of the savings. That's ZeroResSTL.com.
Proudly serving St. Louis for over 100 years. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Chris and Amy show on KMOX, the Broken Lizard guys. You know Super Troopers, that movie?
Yeah.
All those guys are coming in studio. They're going to be here around 10:45.
Well, I liked how yesterday you asked, wait, which of the Super Troopers are going to be here? All of them.
All of them.
It's going to be a full...
5 of them.
A full studio. Hey, I had this on my list yesterday, but I forgot to get to it, or we ran out of time because it was such a great show, an award-winning show. Did you know that Amsterdam Tavern, right here in Tower Grove South, was ranked the nation's 9th most visited destination for World Cup watch parties in June? This is according to Lyft, which ranks like how many calls they're getting, where people are going. And Amsterdam Tavern was ranked 9th in the nation.
That's very cool. It is I love that bar.
It also means that people are not drinking and driving, which is great.
Well, we also know that St. Louis, in terms of TV ratings for the World Cup, was one of the top 10 in the country, even though they weren't. I think they were the first or second city just outside the host cities that had highest TV ratings. So people here were watching the World Cup. Like a lot of people. This city loves soccer. And they love sports. We talk about the NFL, too. Because when it comes to that even, it's amazing that for a city that was spurned as badly as this one was by the NFL, by the Rams, obviously, that they still watch the sport. Yeah, a lot of Chiefs fans here. There are, for some reason, a lot of Packers fans here.
Yep.
There are some Cowboys fans here. But they still watch. They still pay attention to that league. This city just loves sports, and it would be. I wish we were an NFL city again.
Yeah.
Love the Battlehawks. They're a lot of fun. It's not the NFL. NFL is just a different beast. I wish we had it because it would be supported if there was an ownership group that actually tried to win.
Yep. Nope. No, I agree. Hey, also in this minute here, since I brought up one eatery restaurant in St. Louis, I wanted to bring up another one. Have you ever heard of Jailhouse Kitchen here in St. Louis? It's in the Baden neighborhood. So Stevie Gilliam, I think that's how you say it, he spent time in federal prison and he learned how to cook. So he opened up Jailhouse Kitchen, where he cooks up all of the food that he learned to make in jail using all of the same ingredients that he had available in jail. So the restaurant has tuna jailhouse nachos.
Oh.
And jailhouse pizza bowl.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny. But in all seriousness, pretty cool is he employs a number of formerly incarcerated individuals. So people who have been justice involved or people who have spent time in prison, federal prison, he employs them at this restaurant so they can get a job. And he won an award from the nonprofit The Mission Attempt at its annual gala for his efforts. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's very
It's
cool.
in Baden. I'm guessing it's fairly new. I did not see the official open date, but it's Jailhouse Kitchen.
Jailhouse Kitchen. I'm interested.
Are you seeing it? Are you looking it up?
Well, I'm looking for it right now. I'm totally interested in that. So it is a.
This one I found out from our friends at St. Louis Magazine.
Okay. Did George Mahey go to it?
We need to ask him.
Yeah, he needs to get there.
He needs to try the tuna jailhouse nachos. The pizza bowl actually sounds legit.
Okay. So real quick before we get to break, do you want to, let's wait until we come back.
Okay.
I don't believe we're going to be able to catch up with Major Garrett. He is traveling. He is trying to get to us, but he's been delayed. Airlines they're really screwing up these days. But did you see the thing? It actually was on, I heard it on Total Information on ABC News, that I believe it's United Airlines.
I did.
Is going to add an open middle seat. They're going to turn into a table.
Yeah. You have to pay for it.
It's yes. You have to pay for it.
Okay, we got to get into this because what if the window person pays, but the aisle doesn't pay? Doesn't the aisle benefit from the window person's payment?
I'm assuming that if you're in one of those rows, you're just paying extra. If you're an aisle or a window seat, because you're both getting the benefit of the table.
Unless you pay for it and say, don't use my table.
Broken Lizard is coming in. We are going to talk to them in about 15 minutes. They are the guys behind the movie Super Troopers. Super Troopers 3 is coming out August 7th, and all 5 of the guys are going to be in here. That's right. It's the Chris and Amy show. Oh, also George Wallace, comedian, is coming in right after that. He will be with us just after 11 on KMOX.
When Cardinals fans want to talk baseball, they turn to the Gas House Gang. Tom Ackerman, Chris Ranji, Mike Claiborne, and Bernie Miklasz bring insights, analysis, and opinions that fuel the conversation. And every Tuesday, Cardinals manager Ollie Marmol pulls back the curtain on his decisions and his team's performance. The Gas House Gang is the sports show sports fans can't miss. Hear it weekdays at noon on your home for the Cardinals. 104.1 FM, KMOX. Now, KMOX weather from the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk.
Getting cloudy out there, 87 degrees, real field temperature, 104. Humid, maybe some heavy thunderstorms this afternoon, a high of 90. Tonight, a thunderstorm in spots early, otherwise just cloudy and humid with a low of 74.
Brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Why pay full insurance when you can customize and save? Switch to Liberty Mutual and they'll customize your auto and home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Siteman Cancer Center Spotlight discussing sarcomas with Dr. Angela Herbie.
In small groups of patients, there is an inherited genetic risk, but this is the vast minority of patients. And we typically identify these groups of individuals because of numerous family members having these rare cancers and many of them being young. When I say young, anybody under the age of 40.
Thanks to Siteman Cancer Center, national leaders in cancer. For more information, visit siteman.washu.edu.
Let's take a break.
Good idea.
Hey, Tom, what are you doing on that Amendment 4?
You know we fought for our freedom and rights. I'm not giving them away without a fight.
4 takes them?
That's exactly what 4 does. For over 100 years, Missouri voters have used our constitutional power to act when the politicians refused. I'll be darned if I'm voting to pass on less freedom and power to my kids.
It doesn't 4 kill majority rule?
Yep, creates minority rule, where just 5% of statewide voters in one district can block anti-citizen-led reform, making it nearly impossible to pass citizen-led ballot measures.
That's just dumb.
And when the politicians refuse to act, we've used citizen-led ballot measures to pass some big stuff, like lobbyist reforms, term limits for career politicians, and outlawing tax hikes without voter approval.
I'm not surrendering my power and rights to a bunch of politicians and lobbyists. I'm no on Amendment 4.
Hard no on 4.
Pay 4 buttons or inch per care governance.
Hey guys, this is Kevin Wheeler. If you're looking for a little kick in the pants when it comes to dropping a little weight, getting better shape, getting more into the gym, think about Burn Balance Complex, which you can pick up at Supplement Superstores. I've been using it since it came out. It's fantastic. You notice right away the difference. Look, we all have busy schedules. I do and you do. You know, we all have problems sometimes with controlling our eating patterns and staying on a plan. Well, Burn Balance Complex makes that so much easier. It's not magic, but it definitely helps make it easier. It is a complete metabolism system. It's not just a fat burner. So what you're talking about is a natural weight loss option. So if you're a person that doesn't want to go get a prescription, you're not into injections, this is a great choice for you. In addition to the metabolism boost, you get to lower stress and cortisol levels, you get better sleep. It can help control appetite and cravings, all-day focused energy with no jitters, no crash at the end of the day. If you want the help, and look, we all need it, I know I do, go to Supplement Superstores, tell them your story, mention Kevin Wheeler, and they'll knock 30% off the Burn Balance Complex. You can find your location at supplementsuperstores.com.
Hey guys, Glover here with my friend Stewie from Stewart's American Mortgage Corporation. Stewie, I think this is going to be a strange season for real estate. Just kind of feel it in my gut. What can people do apropos of their mortgage to put themselves in a better position to get that house?
You know what, Dave, that's a great question. There's a bidding wars are going to happen this spring. You want to get the house. This is how you're going to make things better. Number one, we give you the power of the pre-approval letter. That means you can go into our portal and generate the letter and edit it for any amount you want up to the amount you're approved without chasing the loan officer. Number two, the bagel loan, no closing costs, no title fees, no lender fees, no appraisal fees. It's a bagel. Bagel looks like a zero, easy to remember. Add that money you would normally pay onto your bid and beat the other offers out. And you know what? The third thing is we can close fast. 10 days. They're going to look away at the other offers because most lenders take as much as 30 days to get done.
You can call or text Stewie at his personal cell phone, 314-324-4440, or you can Google the bagel loan, NMLS 226715.
Get inside your Redbirds in the 2026 season every Tuesday at noon. It's All Access with Cardinals manager Ollie Marmol on your voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Hey, it's show business, baby, so things are on the fly. We're going to have...
They're on the fritz is what they are.
Well, we're just rearranging things a little bit. We will have George Wallace still at 11 o'clock. We're going to back things up with Broken Lizard, the comedy troupe behind Super Troopers.
They're stuck in traffic.
They're stuck in traffic. They have St. Louis traffic, and they are stuck in it, which means there's one car, and they don't know how to get around it. They don't know how to get around that car on the highway. So they'll be with us.
Not that funny. Why am I laughing?
Because, you know.
It's because of the way you say it.
Well, listen. See, the thing about St. Louis traffic is there just isn't any.
Except when there is, which is why it bothers me, because it's unnecessary. There's no reason for it.
There's only one way there's real traffic, and that is if there's a major accident and all the lanes are closed.
No,
because our traffic is like an additional 5 minutes.
That is why they created the horrific 40, 170, Hanley, Big Bend interchange where it's just a mess. Eager Road. They put that there to create traffic.
It's really not a good interchange.
Pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
But it could just be our fault because we sort of established that that's where all the stuff was going to be. And then they thought, all right, well, we have to have an exit from the highway here. And then we also have to have this 170. So I guess it's got to be here where all these businesses are. But that also creates a traffic nightmare.
It's pretty bad.
There may not have been a better way to design it, is what I'm saying.
I think there is. There has to be.
Well, you have to have an exit at Brentwood, and you have to have an exit at Hanley.
But
so how else do you do it?
Then they also made the parking lot where the Trader Joe's and the Target is. They made that parking lot not up to code, apparently. The spaces are too small. They crammed in too many spaces.
Oh, of course they did.
Into that parking lot.
That's separate, though. That's different than the building of the highway.
But if they had giant parking spaces, not as many people would be trying to go there.
I don't think it would stop people from going.
Would it stop you from driving if you happened to get, well, what would be, can we say it on air? Okay.
Yeah, it's what the license plate reads.
It's the real life version of the Seinfeld.
Yes. Ass Man.
Ass Man. This is a real life version of it. And would you drive around? Oh, go ahead.
For people who don't know what we're talking about. Not everybody has seen Seinfeld.
I forget. To me, it's like Everybody knows, like, I don't explain who George Washington is, and I don't explain who
Well, yeah, it's
Assman
just your
is.
own world thing that you have going on. Just, well, if I've seen it, so everybody's seen it.
I don't think so.
So in Seinfeld, Kramer mistakenly got somebody else's license plate, and
Yeah.
it said Assman. And he spent the whole episode trying to figure out who they were supposed to go to, and then eventually learned it was a proctologist.
And this this is a real one. Is this from CBS News? I believe
Yes, it
so.
is.
Yes. A real life situation happened.
So this is just the audio of the woman who received the plate.
And I looked at it and I said, I don't think so. I don't think a woman that lives in a senior community that's going to be 77 years old next month will be driving around with what this plate has to say. I can handle it if I get a few honks here and there. Actually, being over 70, I might like a few honks.
We need to explain, we need to explain
So
what the plate says.
license plate says is SQZ squeeze ASS.
Well, it's A55.
A55. Sorry,
It's
A55.
A55. So
It looks-
SQZ A55. So it's squeeze ass. And I don't know, if I'm her, why would you not just go with it? Just
apparently it's not a vanity plate.
you would be the hit of the retirement community. People would love you.
I think so.
She would get so many honks.
And she said, being 77, she could use a few honks.
Yeah, so what's she complaining about? I don't understand why she's
feel like
objecting
if you
to it.
watched the whole story, I do feel like she convinced herself by the end.
By the end that maybe she should keep
it.
Yeah, because she's. Yes, I think that you should, because she said, I'm 77. I don't need to be drunk. No, you're exactly the person that should have this. You're exactly the person whose license plate should read
because people will
squeeze
say,
ass.
look at that license plate, and then she gets out.
Now, I thought that there was some kind of vetting process that happens with license plates, but they
Yes.
don't let you get away with certain. I mean, you can say, "Oh, here's the vanity plate I want," and they can tell you, "No, you
Because
can't have that."
I think not everybody catches it, and maybe it's an older person who lives in Florida, who's working at the DMV there, and saw SQZA55.
Awesome,
and
though.
didn't realize that it looks like squeeze ass.
I love it.
And so because remember the Museum of Illusions.
Oh, Moist Lewis?
Yes.
Okay. Museum of Illusions in St. Louis. And there are Museum of Illusions, I think, in Museums of Illusion in other places. And
Coles de Sac Museums of Illusion.
I know there's one in Chicago because I walked past it a few months ago. But their website is MOISTL, Museum of Illusions, STL.
STLOUIS.
St. Louis, right.
Yeah.
And so when they were in here last year, I said, do you guys realize your website is Moist Lewis? MoistLewis.com. And the lady said, yes, we know. We tried to tell the company and they just didn't fix it.
Because I think the company is from Ukraine. It's Ukrainian.
It's European. Yeah, it's European.
It's maybe English is not their first language, and they told them, listen, you can't make the website Moist Lewis.
I think it's awesome.
We've never forgotten it.
Right.
That interview was a while ago.
I know. I loved that we brought it up to them, and she's like, "Yes, I know." So we weren't the first to notice it, which is really great.
MOI Museum of Illusions, St. Louis.
MoistLewis.com.
So anyway, I bet it was something like that. Didn't realize it was squeeze ass.
I think it's great. I think she should embrace it and continue on with the license plate. Hey, there's a and I just told you about this. We were talking about it off the air, but I want to bring this up because to me it's an all-time response. There is a confirmation hearing going on for Jay Clayton, who is Trump's pick to be in charge of DNI, the intelligence agency.
Director of National Intelligence.
And he was being asked about Tulsi Gabbard, who used to be in that position, who was at the Fulton County raid earlier in the year, and that is not her purview. She has no business being there. And so John Ossoff out of Georgia is asking him about it. And He says, "Are you aware that Director Gabbard was present at the Fulton County raid this year?" Clayton doesn't say anything. He says, "What is going on here?" Clayton doesn't say anything. Ossoff says, "Are you aware members of this committee are probing Gabbard's potential misconduct in this matter?" Clayton doesn't say anything. And then he's asking Clayton again, "Were you aware of this?" And Clayton's response, I think this is an all-time response. I love it. I love it. Okay, follow me on this. Okay. Quote, "It was the first time that in my recollection I've thought about it recently."
Hold on.
I'll say it again. "It was the first time that in my recollection I've thought about it recently." It's so good.
It's like he was pulling all the words and phrases he knew that are just generic. That is very Michael Scott.
Yes.
When he talks about starting a sentence and not knowing where it's going.
Chris, did you know that you accidentally stole a work laptop? Well, it was the first time in my recollection that I've thought about it recently.
Please pull that out at our next meeting with Steve.
It's so good.
It's the Office Steve Carell. Never. This is what I live by. Never, for any reason, no matter what, even if you want to or may not, ever, at any time. He just keeps going on and on. That's what that is.
There was a coach. Oh my gosh, it was a football coach, I want to say. And the comment, his response to a question was like I thought about that recently, but I haven't thought about it. Like, it was such word salad. He just kept going back on it.
Mm-hmm.
I need to find this because it is very, very funny. I don't know, man. I love that so much. I think I'm going to try to use this. It was the first time that in my recollection I've thought about it recently. How good is that?
That's pretty good.
Love it.
Yep. I didn't know if you were. Sorry, I thought Matt was working on something.
You were really staring at Matt like he's about to do something.
Because I thought he was pulling the audio.
No.
Yeah. Did he tell you he was about to do something?
No, but Matt's pretty good. And sometimes if I say, "Hey, remember when Michael Scott said this?" and then I see his little fingers go, and he starts tapping away at the board, I thought maybe he was going to pull it.
Yeah, he's not.
Anyway, well, I think you should use it. I also think we should ask anybody, 314-436-7900, if they have used or will use the paying extra for the middle seat to be a table and not a person.
I would.
Have you ever had a bad experience with a middle seat person?
No, not really.
I haven't either.
Being a middle seat person?
Really, both. Sometimes I almost prefer to be the middle seat person rather than have a bad middle seat person.
Oh, I see. No, because unless you're on the aisle or or up against the window where you're closed in, that's a little different. Because if you have a bad middle seat, you're up against the wall and you don't have any room, then you're trapped. But if you're on the aisle, you can get up and do whatever. It feels like an escape route.
It is the worst when you're the window person and you have to go to the bathroom.
That's right.
Because it's an ordeal.
It's an ordeal for everybody. And I've been on a few Southwest flights lately.
Yeah.
And I promise you the rows are closer than they used to be.
They are.
It's so close now.
I have a question. So I'm not the biggest person in the world, but I mean, those aisles are, well, I should say that the seats in front of you are pretty cramped. Your seats are cramped. So if I have to use the restroom and I'm in the window seat, I do ask people to move. Even if I'm in the middle seat, I have to ask that person next to me to move. I have a friend who is smaller than I am, say 5 feet tall, and she will be on the window seat and just kind of jump over the other two people, kind of climb over them. Would you rather get up or have someone climb over you?
I'd rather get up. What
if, you put your hand, she puts her hand on the middle seat and the seat in front of her and kind of swings her legs to hop over you?
It depends on the person. I have to get a look at you. I got to get a look at you first, and let me eyeball it, and then I'll decide how you have to get out of your row.
Because you're all up in each other's business at that point.
Right. That is right. Amy Marks, Chorus, Chris Ranji. We are backing things up with the Broken Lizard guys. They're going to join us next hour instead. George Wallace, comedian, will be with us at 11 o'clock. So it's a big comedy day here. And then we have the Gas House Gang at 12. Bernie Miklasz and me. Got a lot to talk about. The Cardinals season will restart tomorrow. And we're going to have Jim Duquette on the show at 12:30. So Bernie and me, Gas House Gang at 12 on KMOX.
It's time for a $98 AC tune-up.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. One question I'm always asked is, how did you become the largest injury firm in the world with over 1,000 attorneys and $25 billion in verdicts and settlements? One way was our financial strength. Medical malpractice is the third leading cause of death in America. To prosecute a typical case costs up to $250,000 in case cost. We advance them all. Product liability cases can have similar costs with an army of lawyers on the other side. Automobile insurance companies have the resources to fight. Guess what? So do we. Many law firms simply may not have the financial firepower to work up your case the way you deserve. And we don't charge by the hour. No recovery, no fee. If you have a question about your case or wish to become a client, go to forthepeople.com on your mobile device or computer. 24/7. It's that easy. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
America is turning 250 this year, and Circa Sports is celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. For everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circa Sports app, then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circa Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users. Celebrate 250 years and find out more at circasports.com today. Must be 21 or older and in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Nothing makes a gathering great like Eggland's Best Eggs. They're just so delicious with better nutrition, too. For us, it's eggs any style, as long as they're the best. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Hey, Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Okay, Rockstar. Let's look at your account. When kids start making money, Chase has easy-to-use tools and expert bankers to help them learn how to manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and the cymbals. Oh, and maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Aw, you've thought of everything. Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Account subject to approval. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You work hard, follow the rules, and get absolutely slammed by taxes. Your paycheck, taxed. Your property, taxed. Everything you buy, taxed. Missouri's tax system isn't broken, it's rigged against you. The lawyers and lobbyists working for big corporations and the super rich buried over 200 loopholes for themselves in our tax code. While they pay nothing on the services they use, working families are taxed over and over. It's no wonder they're lying about Amendment 5. Our corrupt tax system is rigged in their favor. They're getting a free ride on your back. Don't believe their lies. The truth is, Amendment 5 closes loopholes exploited by the super rich and slashes taxes paid by Missouri's working families, phasing out income taxes and cutting property taxes. They finally pay what they owe while you keep what you earn. Vote yes on Amendment 5. Paid for by Missouri Promise PAC.
Soldiers Memorial Military Museum looks at American military history through the lens of St. Louis. From the Revolutionary War to the present day, the galleries showcase stories of local service members and delve into the city's wartime history. Outside, the Court of Honors includes monuments to those who lost their lives in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Admission is free. Find information about special exhibits at mohistory.org/memorial. That's mohistory.org/memorial.
Chris Ranchi, Amy Marks scores because life is too short for boring radio. 104.1 FM KMOX.
It's Chris and Amy on KMOX, and
we have the audio from.
Oh, we do.
From the Clayton from the hearing when Senator Ossoff was talking to him.
Oh yes, Jay Clayton.
Yeah, and he
who
asked
could be the
him-
director of national intelligence.
Yeah, this was Jay Clayton's answer.
Don't ever, for any reason, do anything to anyone, for any reason, ever, no matter what, no matter where or who you are with, or where you are going, or where you've been, ever, for any reason whatsoever. Sometimes.
That was it. That was
That's what you thought of? What?
well, because
So the quote is,
yes,
it was the first time that in my recollection I've thought about it recently.
because it's just redundant word salad. It was just pretty funny.
I see.
One of the great sentences in English ever uttered. Okay, speaking of from the greatest to the worst, I might throw up if I describe this next story. But Ranj, you sent it to us last night, ruined my night.
Oh, you're going to love this
Ruined
one.
my morning. And I just want to tell everyone listening, it's going to ruin your day and quite possibly your life.
So this is from Patriot Toilet. Is that what it's called?
Patriot
Porta
Porta
Potties.
Potties. Yeah.
Out of Kansas City because they had the World Cup and a bunch of watch parties and whatever. And this is their social media post after there was an incident in Casey.
But one of our guys went to pick up an event from the World Cup and knocked on all the doors, made sure nobody was in the restrooms. He did find one of them locked, knocked on the door, and let the gentleman know he had 10 minutes to get out. Picked up everything else, went back to that toilet, knocked again. The man inside said he was not going to get out. Luckily, a police officer on a motorcycle went by. Our driver waved him down. Cop walked up to the door and asked the man to exit the toilet. The man replied that he could not reach the door and couldn't get out of the toilet. They looked inside and didn't see anybody. The lid was closed, no one was in the restroom. It kind of startled them. All of a sudden, a head popped out of the toilet and he said, "I'm in here." Fire department came after that, and he told them he was retrieving a Mountain Dew bottle that he dropped in from the night before. So that put him then inside of the tank for about 8 hours, if all of that was true.
Okay. So a gentleman went to a porta potty, dropped a Mountain Dew bottle into the toilet hole, went down there to get it, and was there for approximately 8 hours. So they took him out. They had to cut it open to get him out of there.
Yeah.
And then they, no joke, the fire department hooked up a hose and they hosed him down.
You guys, there's a video of his head popping out.
There is.
It's so upsetting. It's so upsetting.
It's incredible stuff.
I mean, you have to be on something insane to not just think I'm going to get my
Probably just left a Fish concert.
$1.30 Mountain Dew out of the toilet hole in a porta potty. But then the fact that he was there for 8 hours, and when they knocked, that he wasn't yelling for help. So God, I can't reach the door. Not yelling at the top of your lungs for help. He was there for 8 hours. This is
All right.
so upsetting.
So the question is,
Ugh.
what is the least amount of anything that you would jump in there to retrieve?
No.
A sack. Okay, a sack of money.
No.
That is okay. Hold on. A sack of money that is, it's wrapped in plastic, so the money will not get into the money. All you have to do is get the bag out and rinse the bag off, and you're good. How much money would have to be in that bag?
I wouldn't do it for $1 billion.
You would not go there for $1 billion?
No, I'm not even joking.
I would be in there for $1 billion.
Oh my gosh.
Be a lot less than $1 billion.
Hell yeah, for me too. I would be in there for.
rescue you for $1 billion.
Huh?
I wouldn't help rescue you for $1 billion.
Okay,
Someone
well-
had to get him out.
I would have a plan, though. This guy didn't have a plan. He said, oh, damn, I dropped my Mountain Dew. Let me go down there and get it.
What if you know that it's down there, and once you get down there, you have to spend 8 hours in there?
Yeah. Well, I'd do it for $1 billion.
No.
Your life would change.
Yeah.
In multiple
My
ways.
life would be over.
And even, do you know what I had to do to get this money?
You would
You'd
be
have to be
taking medication for 35 years.
You would be cleaning your ears for weeks.
I think I'm going to die. There's nothing.
It's the Chris and Amy show on KMOX. We have no idea who's coming up next. Might be George Wallace, might not be. Might be Broken Lizard, might not be.
Might be Major Garrett.
Yeah. Might be Major Garrett. Who the F knows? We don't even know. Just a real crap show today. It's Chris and Amy, final hour of the show. Then the Gas House Gang at 12 on KMOX.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Hi, this is Charlie Brennan. This is a great time to schedule those tuck pointing repairs. When you're out in the yard or on your patio, take a look over your brick, your stone, and your mortar joints on your walls, your chimney, your walkways, and your retaining walls. If they need repair, Morelli Tuck Pointing would love to help. It's a good idea to do that home maintenance before leaks are created or rebuilding is necessary. I've used Morelli Tuck Pointing to repair the brick chimneys, the walkways, and the walls of 2 homes here in St. Louis. The Morelli bids are fair, their crews are super polite, and Morelli cleans the job site. Don't take my word for it. Check out their Google reviews. Winner of the BBB Torch Award and the Next Door Neighbor Fave Award. 35 years in business and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Mirelli. Morelli, 314-645-1387 and MorelliTuckPointing.com.
Welcome to Willie's Wings, home of the secret sauce.
I'll take a dozen wings. Oh, by the way, I love that sauce. What's in it?
Can't tell you.
Why not?
It's a secret.
While many financial advisors claim to have the secret sauce, they don't. In fact, if their sauce is so good, why are they keeping it a secret? Steve All of the All Financial Group doesn't keep anything a secret. He knows there's much more to retirement planning than stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. He'll develop a strategy designed specifically for you. It's your own secret sauce for retirement. Call Steve today at 636-230-8824 for your personal portfolio x-ray. Call 636-230-8824 or online at yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Fine, you want to know what's in the sauce?
Absolutely.
Tablespoon of paprika.
Really?
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Steve All, NPN number 153-07419.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at EnduranceWarranty.com. Auto repair bills are through the roof. $3,000 to replace the transmission. $4,000 for a blown engine. And if your manufacturer's warranty is expired, you'll have to cover it all out of pocket. You need an Endurance Auto Protection Plan. No matter what the mileage, if your car is under 20 years old, Endurance can get you covered on the engine, electrical system, transmission, AC, drivetrain, and more. Endurance has plans for any budget. Repairs can be done at the certified mechanic of your choice, and they're paid directly with no middleman. Plans cover 24/7 roadside assistance, towing, battery jumps, fuel deliveries, tire changes, lockout services, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Act now and get our elite benefits, including complete tire care and key fob replacement. A $2,000 value at no extra cost. With Endurance, you could never pay for covered auto repairs again, so call now for your free quote. Call 800-453-2609. 800-453-2609. That's 800-453-2609.
Celebrating 100 years of informing and entertaining. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. The voice of St. Louis.
At 11 o'clock, we have a partly cloudy sky, 85 degrees downtown at the Arch. I'm Tom Ackerman, and these are the stories making news. Divers back in the Merrimack River today searching for a 19-year-old man who reportedly went underwater at Castlewood State Park and did not resurface last night. Matt Coppin, a captain with Metro Fire Department, Metro West, telling KMOX about the challenges of the search.
When they dive, they typically dive with their eyes closed because even when the water's not up, that we call it black water, it's just we're dealing with zero visibility conditions. So the murkiness of the water doesn't really impact us because that's what we're used to and that's what we train in. But the high water definitely impacts how we search those banks, which is what we were doing last night.
Coppin says boats are using sonar today in hopes of locating the man. Devastating flooding in Texas after days of pounding rain, forcing authorities to rescue dozens of people while many more are fleeing higher ground in the state's hill country. The flooding is hitting a region still recovering from deadly floods just a year ago. The National Weather Service says a deadly flood wave was barreling down the same river alongside a summer camp where 24 children were killed last summer. President Trump will address the nation tonight about the 2020 election.
President Donald Trump has repeatedly said this about U.S. elections.
It'll be fixed. It'll be rigged. People ought to get smart.
Especially the 2020 presidential election, which Trump lost to Joe Biden. On Thursday night, the president is expected to talk about rigged elections and voting machines when he addresses the nation at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Trump has been fixated on his 2020 loss and often brings up long-debunked theories of how he really won in 2020. Democrats warn that Trump is trying to revive false claims of past stolen elections in order to delegitimize the upcoming midterm elections in November. Democratic Senator Mark Warner of Virginia says on X that, quote, Trump is going to use a primetime address to stoke misleading claims about our elections in order to justify interfering in our midterms, end quote. Donna Warder, Washington.
Meta faces new legal action from some of its former employees over reported AI use with its recent large-scale layoffs. ABC News chief business correspondent Rebecca Jarvis.
Just yesterday, a group of 26 Meta employees sued the company, claiming it used AI systems to disproportionately target those on medical, parental, and family leave in the layoffs the company announced starting in May, affecting about 10% of its workforce. Meta said in a statement that the claims lack merit and are not based on facts. Workforce management and organizational decisions were and are made by people and not AI.
From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk.
A mix of sun and clouds and quite humid this afternoon with a heavy thunderstorm in the area during the afternoon and early evening hours. The high close to 90. Partly to mostly cloudy, warm and humid overnight, though 75. Quite humid again tomorrow with intervals of clouds and sun, along with a shower and thunderstorm. Best chance during the afternoon and evening hours. Tomorrow's high approaching 90. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk, I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Joe Lundberg on 104.1 FM KMOX.
It's 86 in Florissant, 86 in St. Peters. We have clouds, 85 degrees downtown at the Arch. Weather sponsored by Sandberg Phoenix Law Firm. It's 11:04. I'm Tom Ackerman, KMOX News.
Sandberg Phoenix serves your business in litigation, intellectual property, and products liability. We're more than a law firm. We're committed to your success. Learn more at sandbergphoenix.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
Chris and Amy now. The Dave Glover Show at 1 on the Voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
Final hour of the show. And you can always check in at 314-436-7900. It's Amy Marks Coors. It's Chris Ranji, Gas House Gang with Bernie Miklasz and me at 12 o'clock today. We'll talk to Jim Duquette. We'll talk a lot of Cardinals baseball. The season gets going again tomorrow. The baseball season is back tonight. Phillies and Mets play.
Yeah.
But then the Cardinals are in Arizona and they play tomorrow. And Amy, the thing that I was talking about, I discovered it. I remembered what it was. We were talking about Jay Clayton and his Senate testimony, and he delivered the line, "It was the first time that in my recollection I've thought about it recently." And so it occurred to me what it reminded me of. And this is former Bears coach Mark Trestman. I do not remember what he was talking about, but I've heard this quote, I don't know, probably 6 dozen times. So again, here's Mark Trestman.
I haven't heard any of that. I didn't hear all of it. I heard a lot about most of it, but what I did hear, I did not hear any of that.
Wait, so how much did he hear? Wait, what was it?
I haven't heard any of that. I didn't hear all of it. I heard a lot about most of it, but what I did hear, I did not hear any of that.
That's really good.
What in the hell?
What's weird is I can follow it, but it's really
What are
good.
you talking about?
Oh, that's so good.
I haven't heard any of that. I didn't hear all of it. I heard a lot about most of it, but what I did hear, I did not hear any of that.
I'm pretty
are
good
you
at
saying?
I'm pretty good at diagramming sentences, and I'm not sure that I would know how to diagram that.
What are you saying?
So, if I were the reporter, do you just follow up with, so yes? So.
Oh, my God.
That was exactly what Jay Clayton basically said.
We had a great clip from a year ago. Mark Maxwell interviewed somebody who was running for office, and gosh, you guys would know exactly what I'm talking about. This guy just gave this really long, drawn-out answer, and Mark Maxwell followed up with,
You want to take who from where to do what?
I want to find that interview so bad.
I do remember that. You want to
I don't
take
remember that at
who
all.
from where to do what?
That's so
I think
good.
it was about police officer raises or something like that. We don't take money from this supply. I don't know.
That's pretty good. I think what you should do is have...
Oh, my God.
You could have Mark Maxwell's response to both Jay Clayton and the coach.
Yeah.
Wait, you're going to take who from where to do what?
Man, that's so great.
That's pretty good. This is a bit of a throwback to earlier in the show when Ranj was disparaging older people. And
I didn't see it.
and
About bonbons?
And their penchant for bonbons.
Yeah.
And then we started talking about the difference between bonbons and truffles. And I just have to acknowledge it because it's Harambe, and we know how he gets
Oh, he's such a crybaby.
when he's not acknowledged. He says, Harambe here, you know, Kash Patel has liquor in his bonbons.
Okay, well, that's very true. He probably does.
When you eat a bonbon and you think you're eating chocolate and then you just get a mouthful of whiskey, it's a surprise, especially when it's 7 a.m. That happened to me.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
I think you need to expect whiskey.
You need
Whiskey
to know-
hits harder when you don't know it's whiskey, when you're expecting water or chocolate.
Well, if you pick up a water and you think it's water and it's even a soda, it's startling.
Everything's startling. You know what's startling is how many of our listeners would jump into the tank of a porta potty for nothing.
This texter says I jumped down there for $20. No, you would not. I'm sorry, but you would not jump down into the pit of a porta potty to get $20.
Another person said they'd do it for the Willy Wonka golden ticket. What did you get with the Willy Wonka golden
Wasn't
ticket?
it all the candy forever or something like that?
You get a trip to, you get a tour of the chocolate factory. That's about it.
Oh,
I think
that's it?
Yeah.
I think he's. Never mind. No.
I've seen that movie one time.
And why are all the grandparents in bed together? Like all 4 grandparents, aren't they all in the same bed?
I do vaguely remember that.
Yeah, they're all bedridden. What do you want them to do? They're all bedridden.
All 4 of them are bedridden in the same bed?
And then conveniently, when Charlie brings home the golden ticket, Grandpa Joe leaps up out of bed like, I feel pretty good now. I think he was faking it. He was faking a disability, Grandpa Joe.
Were they all on disability?
At least the 3 that stayed back in bed probably were.
Okay. Yeah, so let us know. I'm really curious to see
But
what
would you guys jump down there for?
Okay. Just to recap, there was the person that in Kansas City after a World Cup game jumped into a porta potty into the pit of the porta potty because he said he dropped a Mountain Dew bottle down there, and he was in there for 8 hours before they rescued him, and then the fire department hosed him off. That's true. They got out a fire hose and they hosed him off. Now, what is the least that you would jump down there for? Because there's obviously no chance in hell that any rational person would go down there to get a Mountain Dew.
Right. There's something was terribly wrong with this gentleman. And can I just sorry for the visual, but when they forced open the porta potty door after talking to this man, they opened the door and no one was in the porta potty, which was startling to them until the lid popped up and a head came out of the toilet seat.
Poked out of it.
That's how they found him.
Yeah, that's disgusting. So what is the absolute least
Okay.
that you would jump down there for?
You 2 gentlemen.
Yeah.
$1 million.
I was going to say
I think I'd do it for $1 million.
So, but here's the thing.
No.
Whoever's offering this to me, if that person said, well, we don't have $1 million and we only had 999,000, but you said you wouldn't do it for anything less than that. So sorry. Like I would be like, well, okay, let me think about it for a second.
You have to pay taxes though. This is not.
No, this is tax free. They're taking care of the taxes.
Okay, so would you do it for $500,000 tax-free?
Yeah, I might.
How long do you have to spend in the hole?
So the
8 hours. That's
Yeah, I think you do. I think you do.
What if you just jump down there, grab it, and come back? To me, that's what it should be.
Do you know-
jump down, you grab the bag, you come back up, and you're good.
You know this happened to Kevin Killeen. He didn't fall in the hole, but he was back in the day. These are the glory days of Radio KMOX when you had the big old recorder and the microphone and the mic flag, and it was a whole setup that you strapped over yourself. And he was covering the old VP Fair St. Louis.
Oh, he dropped that recorder in the toilet?
He was, had to go to the porta potty, and the microphone, the mic flag, and the recorder, all of his interviews, everything fell into the porta potty toilet hole. And he said he stood there for about 1 second and then just walked out. And he got back to KMOX, and they said, no, you can leave it there.
Yeah, I'm not going.
You can leave it there.
I'm sorry, but that's the end of that. Sorry, KMOX, you got to buy a new one.
But you have to be there 8 hours. You would, for $500,000, you would stay down there for eight hours?
For $500,000? 8 hours for $500,000? I don't know about that.
No.
My contention is I go down there, I get the bag, and I come back up.
But you have to go
what
fully
I do.
down there.
Yeah, I get down there. Right.
Okay.
It is the Chris and Amy show on KMOX. The remaining 45 minutes or so of this show, it's just going to be whatever
chaos.
it is. It's going to be whatever it is.
We might have George Wallace and the Super Troopers all in the studio at one time.
Or we may have none of them.
Or we may have none of them.
That's right. Chris and Amy on KMOX.
All right. Well, we talked about buzzing insects and how they can really be tough on your home and on you if you get stung. But also moles are a huge deal after you've spent so much money and time taking care of your lawn, your landscaping, maybe you put sod down, and then suddenly you get all these tunnels because these moles have burrowed tunnels throughout your lawn and it's ruined your lawn. And it's frustrating. You don't even know how many are there. You need to call Rottler because they do have a year-round comprehensive mole control program, and they don't charge per mole, so that means there's no surprise costs no matter how many moles have decided to move into your lawn. And the program includes comprehensive exterior treatments and follow-up visits between scheduled services. And since all of these treatments are exterior, you don't even have to be home for them to do the treatments. It's year-round warranted protection to keep your property looking its absolute best. So don't let moles take over your yard. Contact Rottler today. Rottler.com, Rottler.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. I'm Dr. Colleen Bosler with the Audiology Center, and I'm talking with my associate, Dr. Adam Voss. What happens to a person's brain when they ignore their hearing loss?
There is such a strong connection between the ear and the brain. Ignoring your hearing loss can cause the brain to become lazy and the speech areas in the brain to shrink. This is partially why you can hear the words, but you cannot understand them. If a hearing loss goes untreated for too long, it may cause an irreversible change in the brain. It is incredibly important to have your hearing screened at 60 or older, or sooner if you're noticing difficulty. And the sooner someone treats their hearing loss, the better and quicker their brain will adapt to hearing sound again. Studies show that those who get hearing aids, even with a mild hearing loss, are much more successful hearing aid users as compared to those that wait longer.
So call us today to get your comprehensive hearing evaluation with one of our doctors. 636-441-7470. or visit us online, theaudiologycenterstl.com.
If you're having a major project done at your house, it can be a long process. It can be kind of tedious or frustrating, and hopefully, though, when it's all done, you can stand back and look and think, oh my gosh, this is an incredible improvement. Sometimes it doesn't work that way, though, if you choose the wrong company. That's why I'm telling you that if you're thinking about a major project in your outdoor space, even a minor project, call Chesterfield Fence and Deck, because Chesterfield Fence and Deck is the sign you have the very best. They only use the highest quality products. They have their own installation crews with years of experience. That is extremely important. And Chesterfield Fence and Deck has been around for 58 years, a quality company, and they offer value. They're not going to be your cheapest bid, but they're going to be the best, and it's going to last for years to come. So you can stand back and think, money well spent. They'll offer you 48 months interest-free financing if you mention me, Debbie Monterey. Stop by and visit them, or visit them online right now at chesterfieldfence.com. Chesterfield Fence and Deck.
If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at LanceDruryLaw.com.
A century strong. The voice of St. Louis. KMOX.
Chris and Amy on KMOX, and just everybody showing up at once.
You're never going to believe what happened.
Good Lord.
All of the Super Troopers and George Wallace all showed up at one time.
Well, they're showing up to the building now. Never have a schedule. Don't do schedules. They're,
Yeah.
Not
And here's
important.
Major Garrett. No, just kidding.
Major's with us now.
Yes.
Is he
George
funny?
Wallace. George Wallace is actually walking into Studio B. As I speak, he's taking a seat.
I am sitting down.
That's right. He's sitting down.
I'm a little slow, but I apologize. I am here.
George?
My ass is so big it won't fit in the chair. When I stand up, it'll be still stuck to my butt.
It's good to see you, George.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Helium Comedy Club Friday through Sunday coming up here.
I usually do 2 shows on Friday, but I want to split it because my audience is a little older. They can't drive at night.
That's right.
But what we're having
I don't
is
like
the young
driving
people,
at night.
You know, the young people like you, they're bringing their parents out because the parents have never seen their parents laugh before. So that's why we're having fun at Helium. It's a lot of fun, and I love what I do. And who's that young man back there with the blonde hair?
That's
I'm Matt.
Oh, thank you for calling. He's actually a redhead,
No,
and he
he's
doesn't like
strawberry
it.
blonde.
Oh, he's strawberry blonde.
Yeah.
You don't do nothing, do you, Matt?
No, I don't do anything here.
That's what I figured when I walk. You can look at the person and say who doesn't do anything.
And somebody, you know what somebody said to him the other day? His doctor told him he looks like Art Garfunkel.
You do.
I know. Yeah.
You do look like Garfunkel. What's the name of the group?
Simon and Garfunkel.
Simon and Garfunkel. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my music back in my day.
Yeah.
So you weren't even born. What do you do? What time you got to be back at school?
3 o'clock. We
You know,
gotta wrap it up.
he's an old soul, though. He loves all the old music,
Is that right?
old bands.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Love 'em.
I'm gonna put a minute in my mouth because I know I talk a lot and I got morning breath at noon.
That's okay.
It came
Well, it's good
back?
to see you again.
Thank you again.
Back in studio with us.
Do I
We
need to put my
appreciate you
headsets on?
You don't have to.
You
Yeah.
can do whatever
But I
you
need
want.
to be just like you. I want to be perfect like
Whatever you want.
guys.
You can do whatever you want.
How's it
Oh,
sound?
that's worse. No, I'm just speaking of worse. I'm trying to write a joke on the word worser.
Yep.
There's no such word as worser,
Yeah.
but I think it should be because it's bigger and that's better. Why not worser? Because things sometimes you look at them and say it's even worse, but then it can be worse and more worser.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
There was no word such as ain't. But my daddy was the first one that said is you is or is you ain't.
Yeah.
So finally they got that in the dictionary.
Yeah.
There was no such words as ridiculous, irregardless.
Irregardless.
Now my irregardless is in the dictionary now. So
Yeah.
I'm campaigning for the word worser.
Worcer's not bad.
What about funner and funnest?
But they do that was so
I think
so fun.
Funnest.
Fun is a word.
It's
What
more
am I
fun
thinking of?
and most
What am I
fun, but
thinking of?
people
There's-
say funner and
It's
funnest.
something
There's a word I'm
that you're
thinking of.
thinking of. Yeah, but funnest.
Yeah.
That was the most funnest. I think funnest might be in the book.
Is St. Louis funnest?
Yeah, that's really funny.
Yeah.
If you can't laugh in St. Louis, you can't laugh nowhere. When you come to the airport and you see TWA still at the gate, you know that's funny. What's the name of the other? What's the name of the other one named after the mountain? They had an airline, Ozark.
Oh, Ozark
I
Airlines.
do not remember that at all.
You haven't been here long, have you?
Yeah, I grew up here.
You did?
Yeah, I don't remember
I
Ozark,
remember
though.
Ozark, but I don't know that I've ever seen an Ozark Airlines plane.
Oh, yeah, they
I don't-
had. Yeah, I don't know if it was based there. I just know too much about airplanes. But dude, if you've been here all your life, you had the St. Louis Cardinals when they were really good.
That was a while ago. No, they're
Yeah,
getting
but-
better this year, though.
Yeah, I was telling somebody each city has its time, like every 10 years. Like I'm from Atlanta now. We had 13 years of greatness. You had your each city goes around, and
Well, the Cardinals were too good, so he left St. Louis to work with the White Sox for 10 years.
he did.
Yeah.
And they were good for a year. I was there for 10.
Didn't they win the World Series one year?
Yeah,
about 3
and I
years
started.
ago?
Yeah, and then I started the year after that. No joke. They won the World Series. I started with them the next
So
year.
you're into sports?
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm into sports a little bit.
You got a Braves jersey on.
We were here last weekend, right? Then you kicked our butts last weekend.
Yeah. There were 2 series. Yeah, the Braves were here last weekend, and then the Cardinals were in Atlanta like a week before that.
Yeah. So we were doing pretty good. I think we're slowing down now, but we have a chance to come back.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing a bit on stage. Maybe you can help me with this. Ways to speed up the game. Instead of singing the whole national anthem, we just go, oh, and cut it. And the referee says, play ball.
Yeah.
And then we have a 9-2-30 rule, too. 9 innings or 2.5 hours, whichever comes first. And we move it.
I like
think
that.
they do that. You like it? This game starts at 7 o'clock. 9:30, you're going to be out of there.
Well, the game's already faster than it used to be, but it could be. I could go a little.
How about moving
a
to
banana
7?
ball does like a 2-hour time limit. They have a clock.
And that's it, right? See, there's a little something wrong with them. You know why I know?
Why?
Savannah bananas.
Yeah, he
right.
loves the Savannah bananas.
I'm going again. They're coming back next month.
I
I'm
haven't
going
been
again.
yet, but they say it's a fun time. It's a funnest.
It's
the
the
funnest time.
It's
Yeah,
the
I
funnest
wanna-
time. Well,
I
you
love
could adopt the rule that if the fan catches a foul ball, it's an out, right?
Yep. Yeah. If a
That's
fan,
not good. That's not good.
Come on, that'd be great.
That's not good. If a fan catches a foul, but how about 5 strikes, 5 balls?
5 ball. Well,
No matter what, you got 3 strikes or 2 outs. 3 strikes or 2 balls, 4 balls, whatever.
I'm open to anything.
How about this one? This is my 4th rule I want to think. When a batter hits a home run, why the hell should he have to run around all those bases to get back to where he just come from?
That's what they do in softball, like grown men softball leagues.
See, now you know
You
what
go
I'm
and you
talking
touch first, and that's it.
about. What?
Wait,
No,
what?
this one you don't have to move. You just
Oh,
stand
just-
there and just put your hand on your hip and then have a little fun. Now we just cut off 5 minutes of the game, 6 minutes of the game.
You know why they wouldn't like that though? Because the players want to be adored. They want to run around the
Adored,
bases
that
and
gives you more
everybody.
time to be adored if you just stand at the plate and just adore everybody. I got this all figured out.
It's
fine with
actually
that, too.
true. If you can just stand there and
Yeah, and just be
bask
adored.
in the
Yeah.
glory.
Bask. See, that's another word. Bask in the glory. See,
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm sitting next to you.
She's got a lot of words.
Because
Some
she's got a
people-
computer in front of her. That's
Yeah.
why.
Well, some people have friends, some people have vocabulary.
That's right.
Because
My
they've been
diction
hanging
is
out
so
with dictionary.
terrible. My diction is really bad, and I'm considering going back to school.
Why do you want to go to school?
I don't know. These new kids, what's the word? Dynamics? These new kids got these new words, dynamics. They got algorithm. I can't even spell it.
Algorithm,
It's
yeah.
ALGO too, isn't it?
Something like that.
Are you afraid your career's not going to go anywhere?
You crazy. Stupid is a compliment now, right? You're stupid. Listen, you're afraid your career. I'm just starting, believe it or not. I'm doing it 50 years. I'm the oldest black comedian in America that's still doing comedy.
That's my point. Why do you need to go to school? It's worked out for you.
She's saying you don't need school. She
you
has
can
a
always-
really bad way of doing compliments.
No, you can always.
She's not
you can
good at
always learn
compliments.
something. Trust me.
She's not good at compliments.
This is
She'll
real
never figure
radio
that out.
too, by the way.
I know,
love it. Yeah,
I know.
This is real radio.
We don't even know what we're doing.
Did we tell them why I'm in St. Louis?
Yeah, you're here for Helium Comedy Club tomorrow
tell 'em.
through Sunday.
You mentioned that, didn't you? Yeah.
I
So
did.
we should have fun. This is a nice club. It's at the mall.
Yep.
And then these Helium
Mm-hmm.
clubs are really, they got good food. And we're going to be there Sunday. So you can go to church Sunday morning and get saved. And then you can come out Sunday afternoon and get healed. Because we have real wine at the club, you know. And
Oh, yeah.
I think I should have been a minister and make some real money. That would be a new endeavor
Yeah.
to become like one of the televangelists. The greatest comedian
You make
in
a
the
lot of
world.
money like that.
Who's the greatest comedian in the world?
Right now?
30,000 people every Sunday morning. And it's 2 shows
Oh,
on
yeah.
Saturday. Joel Osteen. He never
I
stopped.
met Joel Osteen once.
I know Joel. You want to call
He
him?
fell
No,
in love
he-
with him.
Well,
he got
no,
lost in
okay,
his eyes.
Here's what happened. Like, he has a way of looking at you and shaking your hand.
Joel
it's
Osteen
like,
has
man,
never
he's
looked at you.
yeah, he's
He's a blinker.
there's something going on with him. I
He's
know
blinking.
this.
I know him very well. I know
was
his whole staff.
transfixed.
You was transfixed. He's
Yeah.
a great guy, isn't he? He's a wonderful guy. And when the people,
I
they had
don't know.
they- you
I met
don't
him
know
for
Joel?
I met him for like 3 minutes.
Oh, I know him. They had when they had the storm that was in Houston, right?
Houston, right.
And people accused him of not opening the doors of the church.
Yeah.
I told Joel, tell those people to go to hell. See, if they come to church regularly, they would have known where the back door is. They could have gotten in the church with it, you know. But he'll tell a
That's
joke
right.
every Sunday before he starts his sermon. And then if you tell a joke up front, you got him. You can make a lot of money. And all you got to do is lie after that. Like at a black church, the preacher walk out and lie. The first thing the black preacher will say is, I won't be long. You know that's a lie. Listen, they just lie all the time.
You tell evangelists you can have your own jet.
They do.
You
Or
have, you have a
two.
private plane.
Listen to me. There's a guy down in Louisiana. His name is Jesse Duplantis.
Yeah.
He said the Lord told him he needed another jet. Now, he's already got, see, that's when you know it's BS. He's already got 2 jets, right? And the Lord told him he needed, the Lord didn't give me 1 yet, but he's going to give him 3.
Doesn't make sense.
That's BS. I know what I'm talking about.
Doesn't make sense.
And so I could have been a minister. I should be a minister.
You should
Well, now
be,
you
man.
can go back to seminary.
Is that hard? You have to know the whole Bible, don't you?
I think so.
No, you don't.
I think it depends
seminary?
on.
Yeah, like you
I
gotta
think
be
it
a
depends
priest?
on which denomination, maybe. Maybe some are lighter than others.
I don't know.
But you know, in some areas that I could declare myself as a minister right now without just saying I'm a minister. And people get away with it. And they can, if you got a good following, like some drug dealers said they used to have to rob people on the street to get money. But now they just go to church and do it in the name of Jesus.
Oh, jeez.
You seen those preachers?
You can pass the plate
There's a
around.
lady named Paula White.
I know who that is.
I know you do.
Yeah.
She was telling the people that she's not going to pray for them until they put $1,000 on the floor. I go, that's not God.
Yeah,
That's terrible.
Dude, look at you. She
Oh,
says that's terrible.
I know.
You were here the last time I came here?
Yeah, I went to your show.
Did you have a good time?
Had a great time.
You didn't go.
I wasn't invited. I was out of town that weekend.
You're not going to be invited this time either.
That's right.
What the hell?
I come at the man trying to be nice to me. Insult him on his own show. This is terrible, isn't it?
Look, that's what I'm here for. Yeah, I'm a punching bag.
Do you like that? I love that.
I don't mind it at all.
I love it.
I don't mind it.
Comedians go. First, there's a guy. He's from Chicago. But first time he saw me, he says, "Mr. Wallace," he says, "How long did it take you to screw your teeth in?" He said, "Oh, that's funny to you guys, huh?" They're laughing at this. Some bull. This bull. You gonna laugh at what?
This is why you're not invited to the show.
You're setting me up.
No, I didn't. I'm just telling you what I like. Self-deprecating. What do you call it when people
Deprecating?
hit me?
Yeah.
When people hit me, I love.
It's the best.
Is who?
It's the best.
Oh, it's the funnest.
It's the funnest. That's right. George Wallace tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. You got 2 shows tonight?
I got 2. No, tonight I got no show.
Tomorrow.
Tonight I'm going to the restaurants here.
Okay.
You got Pappy's here. You got
Pappy's is
Red's
great.
Barbecue.
Yeah.
You got a place called Elicious. And they got a lot of good restaurants in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Then we'll go down to the McDonald's. You know, that's one good thing about, you know what I'm talking about now, right?
Just McDonald's?
Yeah.
Well, you got the biggest McDonald's in the world here.
I thought that was Oklahoma.
No, the Arch. Don't you got the Arch here?
Oh, you're thinking of the old river. Oh, my
Arch.
God.
Oh, my God.
All right.
This is it.
George Wallace, it's good to see you,
Unbelievable.
man. Thanks for coming in. Tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday,
That's the oldest
Helium.
joke I have about St. Louis.
I was like, is he talking about the riverboat? We used to have a McDonald's riverboat.
It burned
That's what I
down.
thought you were talking about.
It burned down?
I think so.
This is some strange places.
It sank.
The place burned on the river, just
That's
like
right.
Cleveland, the river caught in Cleveland. You ever notice nobody say, let's have a family reunion in Cleveland? You never hear that, do you?
No, you don't.
What's to go
Or
to?
St. Louis.
It's like Joakim Noah said, who wants to go to Cleveland? No one ever says that.
Well, listen, I studied in Cleveland. Look, I studied University of Akron. I'm LeBron James' daddy. So.
George Wallace is at Helium Comedy Club tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
I love you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Get your tickets and come on out and have some fun. Put some laughter in your life. Thank you so much.
Thank
St.
you.
Louis!
Chris and Amy on KMOX.
Every day starts the same way, and then it goes wherever it wants.
Life doesn't stop for Cardinals baseball. It just kind of runs alongside it. Dave Glover here from the Dave Glover Show. We're talking real life, real stuff, and yes, a lot of Cardinals along the way because that's how fans actually live it. It's just like happy hour, man. We get together every day from 1 to 5. We have fun, we laugh, we commiserate, we complain. DGS 1 to 5.
The Dave Glover Show at 1, and then Cardinals baseball.
For State Senate, I like Mike. Mike Deering knows what a hard day's work looks like because he's done it his whole life.
I like Mike. He's a dad. He knows what our families are up against.
Mike Deering's a businessman. He knows what red tape actually costs.
I like Mike because Mike Deering stands with President Trump. Secure the border, cut our taxes, put Missouri first.
I'm Mike Deering. Career politicians spend more and tax more while your family gets squeezed. I'll lower your taxes, keep your money in your pockets, and cut government waste so deep it'll make the politicians squeal.
Mike Deering, farmer, small business owner, dad, conservative. I like Mike.
I like Mike.
I like Mike. For State Senate, I like Mike. Mike Deering. On Tuesday, August 4th, vote Republican Mike Deering for State Senate.
Make common sense conservative leadership common again.
Paid for by friends of Mike Deering. Megan Kaiser, Treasurer.
Recently, our company softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win. Like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later. Sound familiar, Dale? Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Missouri. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
This month's Siteman Cancer Center Spotlight, bone cancer. Dr. Angela Herbie.
New pain that's persistent and unexplained, or any lump that's bigger than the size of a golf ball should raise concern and trigger someone to talk to their doctor. And if you notice a lump, this is especially true if that lump is starting to grow and change size quickly, as in over weeks.
Thanks to Siteman Cancer Center, national leaders in cancer. For more information, visit siteman.washu.edu.
Now, KMOX weather from the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk.
Well, the clouds are rolling in. It's humid out there. We might have some thunderstorms this afternoon. 83 real feel temperature, 102, a high of 90 today. Tonight, maybe more thunderstorms, a low of 74. Weather sponsored by Steve Butts and the entire Crawford Butts family as America celebrates its 250th anniversary. Steve Butts and everyone at Crawford Butts Insurance, who have been proudly serving the community for generations, wish everyone a safe and joyful summer.
Hey guys, this is Kevin Wheeler. If you're looking for a little kick in the pants when it comes to dropping a little weight, getting better shape, getting more into the gym, think about Burn Balance Complex, which you can pick up at Supplement Superstores. I've been using it since it came out. It's fantastic. You notice right away the difference. Look, we all have busy schedules. I do and you do. You know, we all have problems sometimes with controlling our eating patterns and staying on a plan. Well, Burn Balance Complex makes that so much easier. It's not magic, but it definitely helps make it easier. It is a complete metabolism system. It's not just a fat burner. So what you're talking about is a natural weight loss option. So if you're a person that doesn't want to go get a prescription, you're not into injections, this is a great choice for you. In addition to the metabolism boost, you get to lower stress and cortisol levels, get better sleep. It can help control appetite and cravings, all-day focused energy with no jitters, no crash at the end of the day. If you want the help, and look, we all need it, I know I do, go to Supplement Superstores, tell them your story, mention Kevin Wheeler, and they'll knock 30% off the Burn Balance Complex. You can find your location at supplementsuperstores.com.
Let me tell you one of the reasons I think we became the largest injury firm in the world, and it's not even close. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. My wife and I had a plan early on. In our firm, our lawyers only work on certain types of cases. Our products liability and dangerous drug lawyers only work on those cases. Same for car crashes, workers' compensation, medical malpractice, and insurance disputes. Our thinking is for these lawyers to focus on one area of the law and live it and breathe it. Power comes from knowledge. Many lawyers do everything, jack of all trades. Not us. And we don't charge an hourly rate. You only pay us if we win. If you want to hire us, it's easy. Dial Pound Law on your cell phone, pound 529, or visit forthepeople.com on your phone or computer from the comfort of your own home. Let us get to work for you. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
America is turning 250 this year, and Circa Sports is celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. For everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circa Sports app, then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circa Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users. Celebrate 250 years and find out more at circasports.com today. Must be 21 or older and in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Tonight, it's City Soccer on KMOX. First up, Gen C's hosts a special soccer edition of Sports Open Line beginning at 6 from Energizer Park. Then, it's City SC facing Sporting KC. Pre-game 7:05, ticket 7:30. City Soccer on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
I give to you our first electric patrol car.
On August 7th, Super Troopers 3 is coming out. I'm very excited about this one. And tonight, the cast of Super Troopers 3 and the comedy troupe Broken Lizard is here in studio with us. They will be at Del Mar Hall tonight at 6 o'clock. And we have with us from Broken Lizard, Jay Chandrasekhar, Kevin Heffernan, Steve Lemmy, Paul Soder, Eric Stolhansky.
You did it.
Guys, did I get it right? Yeah,
Yes.
we're good, man. I'm
You
going to
did.
tell you something.
The wolf
I
pack.
was just out of college when Super Troopers came out.
Okay.
And I saw, I know, right?
So were we. So were we.
So were you? And I saw the trailer, and I was like, okay. And so I'm just telling you.
Okay,
yeah,
okay, got it.
I was
He's
like,
actually
I'm not.
hated the
That's
trailer
what it was
his
when I
whole
saw
life.
this radio
Yeah.
station on the itinerary.
That's how everybody feels.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Okay.
okay. And then I happened to be home for Christmas break like a year later, and I saw it, and I thought, okay, I am going to Best Buy tomorrow. I bought the DVD.
Yes.
I took it back to Chicago where I was living, and I said, guys, team meeting, we're watching this movie right now.
Okay, you were an
It is-
influencer. Influencer. That's you.
I have to tell you, man, I love Super Troopers
Thank
so
you.
much.
Oh, thank you very much.
I could not believe, and this is not an insult, I could not believe how much I loved it. It was great.
I think that's the story of how that kind of the life of the movie took place. Is it it got bought at Sundance and they put it in theaters, and it did pretty well. But it really was that sort of year later, 2 years later, where we started realizing, oh my God, millions of people have gone out and bought the DVD. They saw it at home later.
That's
they
you.
got it from their friends. They stole it from their buddies. And, so it was weird for us because we were so excited to make a movie, have it be out in theaters. But it wasn't until 2 years later where we were like, you walk down the street, and that's when people would come up and talk to you. And it took that time for people to start circulating the DVD. This was before the internet. That's how things went viral.
That's right.
This was a viral video, yeah.
That's right.
So in the interim 2 years, did you think, hey, we made our movie, we did it, and that's it? Did you expect it to keep exploding and become this cult classic?
No, I think we all went back to our regular jobs after in that 2 years. Didn't you go back to waiting tables in that 2 years?
I believe I did. I believe I did until somebody was like, I was waiting on somebody and they were like, you boys like Mexico? I do.
Yeah. Would you like the special of the day? Yeah.
Yeah, what is that like, going back to a job that's waiting tables?
Yeah,
And then
rough.
somebody recognizes you and says, you should be at Shenanigans. Where does that's got to be very, very weird to have that happen.
It's not pleasant.
But I mean, our kind of the story of our career is always kind of just enough success to scratch out another one, So it has always been like, are we going to get another one made? Are we going to get another one made? And it's still going, but yeah, it's like nothing has really ever exploded until this one.
Yeah, baby.
And so you have all been together for, 25?
We went to college together, yeah.
What, early 90s, right?
Yeah. We went to Colgate University together, all of us. So yeah, college buddies. That's
We're all
weird.
smart.
Still together.
Had a sketch comedy group named Charred Goosebeak in college.
It's still around, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
My daughter is the president of it right now.
Oh, that's
At our
amazing.
school. Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
And I think, Jay, your son is in it, right?
Yeah. Yep.
What's his report on how Quinn is as the president of Charred Goosebeak?
He hadn't been there when she's. That's right. Yes.
Okay.
So how did you all find each other?
I find him to be a little smelly.
Right on, Paul.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Tag in.
No, I think Jay got the opportunity to put together a comedy show at Colgate University where we went to school, right? And then he kind of put the team together, and we started doing shows there. And we had a bigger group then. I mean, it was probably like 15 people, and then it just kind of whittled away. And we moved to New York and just started making films.
Yeah, and same thing, more people in New York, and then just like that lifestyle is not for everybody. You're making no money. You're doing these little sketch shows at clubs, and
while you're waiting tables.
Yeah, it kind of then just kind of was a war of attrition, and it ended up being the five of us who could stick it out. Yeah.
When did you know that this was going to work?
Well,
the five of you together.
Well, actually, that very first show. Here you go.
Hi, Jay.
I mean, I walked all the way over there. Go ahead, Steve. Tell me. When did you know?
No, I want to hear.
I really was at Sundance when Super Troopers played. I mean, look, we'd had a movie already at Sundance a couple years before that called Puddle Cruiser. And the response to that was massive, like so massive. We were like, we made it. And then nobody really bought it. And we were like, oh, we're back at it again. And so when we made Super Troopers, we kind of expected the same thing to possibly happen. Nobody would buy it. And then that would be it. But the screening was so electric and explosive that it felt like something massive had changed. And then Steve went back to work at the restaurant. And you're like, no, maybe nothing did change for him.
Yeah. Were you guys all in L.A. at that time?
New York.
You're in New York,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did the influence or the rural influence come from?
We were at a wedding in northern Vermont on the border, and there was on Lake Averill, and you could take a canoe across the lake. You'd be in Canada. And we came home, and on the way home, we were watching some kids get pulled over by some cops, and gangster rap was really big then in sort of like, and we imagined these kids in their basements like going, F the police and all that, and then they get pulled over. They're like, yes, sir, I'm sorry, sir. And we thought that might be a funny kind of dynamic if we played the cops.
And so, okay, how long did it take to write?
We write about 32 drafts of a script, so every script we write is at least a year or two.
How much are you doing when you're actually filming? How much are you ad-libbing?
It depends on the movie. The Super Troopers 1, the budget was like $1.25 million, and so we were shooting a 35 millimeter film, which is very expensive.
Yeah, so you don't have
only
time
a couple of takes for anything. So it's not even the time. It's, or do you have the guts to go off script and say
Spend
something
money
that doesn't work? And if it doesn't, like you've just blown tens of thousands of dollars. So
now we got a crap load of money and all the time in the world. Oh. We throw the script out the window.
Yeah,
right.
I don't even know if there is a script for Super Troopers.
Was there a script? I don't even know.
Were there scenes then that maybe you wouldn't have kept in, but the budget made you keep it in, and then it ended up working out?
When you say the budget made us keep it in, what do you mean by that?
Or lack of budget, I should say.
Yeah. Oh, did we cut scenes because of we didn't have the money to shoot them?
Or keep them because you didn't want to read?
I can't wait for you guys to actually understand each other.
I just realized I'm such a bad communicator.
Aren't you in the radio business? Or is this just...
Well,
Is this on?
We had so little money, we had to keep all these scenes in the movie.
No, just like certain scenes that you would have redone.
We did reshoot the beginning of the movie.
No, not the beginning of the movie.
I would like to redo my question.
Sometimes
you're fired.
Sometimes when you don't have enough money, you cut scenes, and I know that's not what you asked, but I'm going to just go with that as the answer.
We did in the last movie, right? In this last movie,
we cut some scenes
because
we didn't have the money to do.
It still happens to us, yeah.
Yeah. I like that strategy though with the studio. Like, okay, our budget's low, so we're going to keep these scenes somehow.
Well, I thought it was like you were filming. You couldn't keep
redo things.
Them.
Yeah, right. Yeah. One shot at it.
Yeah.
We reshot. I'm with you. We reshot the ending.
Yeah. Raj, if you don't ask a question, I'm going to kill you.
This is the best part of my day. Like everything that's happened.
Just watching it squirm. I could do this for hours.
It's great.
Would you say that that's the worst question you've ever asked?
No,
well,
it's not. I've heard a lot of those. Super Troopers, the Broken Lizard guys are here right now, and I think one of my favorite things about the original, the first one, is the maple syrup scene.
Yeah.
Because a couple of you guys have to chug maple syrup from the bottle, and you tried a bunch of different things, right? It was like nothing looked like maple syrup, so you actually had to chug maple syrup.
Yeah, we sent out a production assistant to Kmart to buy as much maple syrup as we could afford, and he came back with like 10 bottles. And I drank 2.5 full bottles, and Eric, I felt like he needed more takes, so he drank 3.
I didn't.
Full bottles.
He was messing with me.
We used your first take, but yeah, it was something we thought, oh, this will be funny, and it was, but it was something that the physical reaction to it later was rough. Like, we went into my trailer afterwards, turned the light out, laid on the ground, and just shook.
Looming diabetes was kicking in.
And then, there's a reason it's part of the master cleanse, because,
Turns out.
like a license plate came out of me. Like it was rough. It was rough.
Well, our first take, though, we tried iced tea, as any responsible prop master would do, but it didn't have that glug, glug, glug. It didn't look thick enough.
Yeah.
So Chandler Sager said, "You're from Minnesota. I'm from Chicago. Let's just do the real thing. Come on." Thinking it might be,
Turned into kind of a pissing contest. It worked out great for everybody.
It was great, and license plates, and
You guys have a lot of things that start off that way with like, you're from Minnesota, I'm from Chicago, let's do this.
Let's do this. Yeah.
And then you wind up suffering.
Right. That kind of was based originally on our friendship. We had this one game we used to play in college where you'd see how long you could hold your arm in a ice bucket and stuff like that. Chandler Sager and I would do.
Listeners
stuff like that
should
together.
not do that.
No.
You could really lose an arm.
But all the listeners are from the Midwest.
Like
so they're gonna do it.
there were times where we were both like, well, I'll be a one-arm director, but you're not going to get much work as a one-arm actor. It was so numb. You were like, it's never coming back.
Yeah, like
so don't do it.
The cold tub athletes do is like 50 degrees. Oh my! It's not like 30 or whatever the frozen water is.
It was also a bad idea.
Yeah. So you're at Del Mar Hall tonight. 6:00 is the show. What happens tonight?
Well, we show a bunch of clips. We're going to show clips from all 3 Super Troopers movies. People see clips from the 3rd movie, which is great. And then just kind of do like a retrospective thing. We talk about our career and tell funny stories and then have beers with people.
Yeah, we have a nice meet and greet, pictures and beers and things like that with the fans.
You do a Q&A thing?
We do.
You'll get better
with
questions
a moderator,
than
with
this.
a moderator.
Has anyone asked you how many scenes you kept?
We're looking for a moderator tonight to ask us some good questions on the panel. I think we may have found our moderator.
She'd nail it. Trust me. She'd do a really good job. So, and the movie's coming out August 7th.
August 7th, in theaters. And I think what we're really trying to stress to people is how great it is to have a comedy to see on the big screen in a big crowd, because that kind of went away, especially after COVID. And we've now tested the movie in huge theaters filled with people, and there's just nothing like it. So what we really want is for people to come out opening weekend.
When you're testing, do people know you're there? Or is it like you kind of stay
try to hide
hidden?
us, but-
They know we're there at the very end when they turn around, after they've had a whole 20-minute conversation about our movie.
What don't you
Honestly.
That's-
And then they turn around and they go, oh!
What's that experience like?
Sometimes it's very insulting.
It can be a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
When they're like, and which characters did you respond to? Which characters were you not enjoying?
Yes.
And then everyone's very tense.
But that's the beauty, because then we'll be sitting up in the back, and if someone hits, takes a shot at one of our characters, the other guys will all look at him and, they'll laugh, because they know the guy's taking a shot.
They
don't like you.
A lot, but there's like a legitimate value to testing something with an audience and getting their feedback, but they get it wrong. Like, I remember the first screen test of Super Troopers, audiences hated Farva.
They did.
And we were like, all right, maybe they're just not getting or whatever. And like, oh, maybe just Farva's not going to resonate with people. And now you're America's sweetheart.
Yeah, what we learned was that whoever plays the villain always gets the lowest likes. Like, and so in his case, he was the bad guy, and so they didn't like him because he did bad things.
But now I get the highest likes.
And the girl.
I get
You did get number 1 this time.
I did get number 1.
You are the romantic lead of our movie.
Edged me out.
I am.
Edged me
Thank
out.
you, guys. Thank you.
That's you guys
But
are awesome,
They
man.
also go after like the dumbest demographic. Or earlier in the day, like in the early days, they would teen males. They would get in there and they would say, like, what would make this movie better? And every single card says more tits. And then the studio is like, yeah, that's what we should do. Right?
Can you say that on the radio?
I don't know. We
I don't know if you can.
we may not be able
We are on the
to.
radio.
You can definitely say more.
Guys,
boobs, maybe boobs.
But cows have tits, right?
Is that the dumbest question you've ever asked?
At least people understood what I was saying.
Broken Lizard here in studio tonight at Del Mar Hall, 6 o'clock. Go see it. Then go see the movie August 7th. It's coming out. I will be there. You
Nice.
guys are great.
Yeah, come on
Thank
the
you for
left.
coming in.
Thanks for
coming down
having
here.
us. Thanks for having us, guys.
It's Chris and Amy on KMOX.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM KMOX.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from Big Wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons. And lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen. And oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live. And you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When you see this in your kitchen,
The stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves, or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Retiring soon? Get the information you need by joining Kyle Jones and Matt Allgeier of Fire Capital Management for your retirement highway, Sunday mornings at 9:30. Investment advisory services made available through Pine Ridge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Securities made available through AE Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
The radical left let crime and drugs pour into our nation, and they let biological men into girls' sports. But here in Missouri, if there's a problem, we fix it. That's why Ann Wagner's fixing the mess the radical left made and delivering for us. Wagner voted to ban biological men from competing in girls' sports, and she voted to fund the police and provide more resources for Border Patrol agents, keeping our families, communities, and children safe. And Ann Wagner didn't stop there. In Congress, Wagner passed the largest working-class tax cut in American history, kept big government out of our business, protected our way of life, and ensured our communities remain safe. That's why Ann Wagner's endorsed by the Missouri Farm Bureau and Missouri Fraternal Order of Police. Vote Ann Wagner for Congress on August 4th.
I'm Ann Wagner, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Ann Wagner for Congress.
The Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Well, that went smoothly.
Yeah, it sure did, man. That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
I love those guys. I loved Super Troopers. I still do. And I'm looking forward to the new one. Saw Super Troopers. They also did Beer Fest. There's a movie called Club Dread. They did both of those. So the Broken Lizard guys just left. They'll be at Delmar Hall tonight. And George Wallace, who was in here right before that, he will be at Helium starting tomorrow, and he's there all weekend. All right.
And tonight, before you go see Super Troopers, if you want to turn on your local PBS station, I'll be on Donnybrook.
Oh, Donnybrook.
Yeah.
That'll be just as funny.
With the crew. We're going to be hilarious. Alvin Reed and I cracking it up.
That's right. You guys will have the best time.
Yeah.
All right. We got to go. That's Amy. I'm Chris. We have the Gas House Gang coming up in just a moment. We'll be back tomorrow with Hancock and Kelly at 9 o'clock. And the biggest stage in the world is set, y'all. That's right. Biggest stage in the world in soccer. And there is a big couple of matches happening this weekend. It will be France and England for that third place game on Saturday, then Spain and Argentina for the final on Sunday. And FanDuel wants you to stay involved the entire game. So here's what usually happens. If you have a player in the game and they get subbed out, your bet a lot of times will go with that player, and therefore, well, you're out of the game. Well, FanDuel has introduced Super Sub. So which this means is if your player does get subbed out, the substitute who comes in for him will take over the bet for you. That way you're involved all the way up until the final whistle. Go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to take advantage. That's FanDuel.com/Missouri. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Time now for today's